rocking to your bug-eyed waifu all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Content Infinity. I'm your host, Dude's running live direct from the stack. Smoke me out fan with that dang shit on my left. Oldest ninja in the world, oldest ninja. Coast Blerds! Damn, on my far right, it's here. Those one dudes, folks, no intros necessary. We going in. Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
I almost forgot about me there, man.
Almost.
Hey, if you ain't shooting porn, I don't care about your Facebook live feed.
Ooh, real facts.
Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, just slapping people.
Okay.
I fucking hate those announcements. Like, I don't care that you fucking are...
Yeah, like the news and shit. Motherfucker, if I want to watch the news, I watch the news, not Facebook.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here with your nonsense.
There we go.
Yeah, but I mean, they could be an event. They could be titties. You never know.
I mean, titties on no fucking news.
Zuck.
No, not on the news. Someone's Facebook feed.
Zuck ain't allowing it. But there are unzuckable anime titties, though.
For now.
They're unzuckable. Yeah.
For now. You keep saying that. All of a sudden, one moment, you do that. Session logged out.
Yeah,
session expired.
my session expired.
Oh, you be like, oh, shit.
Is this a beer?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I have one.
Alright.
It's really good.
There's a fridge like right by us
Yeah.
if you're only on audio.
That
Yeah.
one's from Laughing Monk. It tastes like I think cookies and cream or some shit.
That shit was actually pretty good. I ain't gonna lie.
Good shit. Whom studio we got up in there? Listening on a Wednesday.
First in the chart will be 5150 HCRX. That will be Aiden, my boy Aiden. And listener of the week would be... Drum roll, please, I guess. Jesus. I didn't have it up. Sorry. It would be also the same guy. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. Oh, shit. I think that the Dominique Provost Chalky episode finally eclipsed #1.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Let me see. Let me pull it up.
He's
real
doing some
quick.
quick math, calculating.
Yes, she did.
Very
Awesome.
nice.
By 2.
Shout out to her.
Wait, what was number 1?
It was. It goes down in the DMs, and I'm pretty sure it was
Oh,
only
yeah.
that because it's the name of a song.
That's a great song.
So
Anyway, this beer is interesting. It's like a fucking silver can with like a sticker on it.
yeah,
Like, it's not like printed on there. It's a sticker that's on here. It's fucking dope.
it's actually a really cool brewery. I went there a couple times during SF Beer Week, and the first time I went there, they had this cheesecake food truck.
Oh,
And I was like, I'm kind of hungry, so I got one. It was so fucking good. I bought another one as soon as I fucking got done eating the first one.
they sell about a slice and shit.
But cheese steak.
Cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak.
Oh, okay.
Cheesesteak.
Like a Philly cheesesteak sandwich.
I heard cheesecake.
It's a Philly
I heard
cheesesteak sandwich.
cheesecake too.
You
Yeah.
did say cheesecake.
It was hella fucking good. And then the second time I went there was with the old ninja and his boy. I forget his name.
Trevor.
And they had breakfast for dinner night, and they had free cereal.
That shit was hella funny.
Yeah, I've had their beer a few times at beer fests, and they usually have really good stuff.
Yeah.
God dang, you came with the Batman, like, fucking
Hell yeah,
furnace?
He came with the bad mug.
Oh,
gonna get drunk.
You ready? Old Ninja, you usually pour out some type of malt beverage for somebody who's dead and we never heard of.
So I guess we'll pour out some.
Moscato?
No, yeah, we'll do some Moscato, a little sweetness for Carl Lagerfeld.
Homesteader.
He's the creative director of Chanel and Fendi.
Sounds like fashion.
What is that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
a fashion guru. He's done a lot of crazy shit. Like in the 60s, he redefined Fendi. They made fur clothing, or they were using fur at the time. And so in the 80s, he took over the Chanel brand and brought them back from the brink of like almost bankruptcy.
This is like women's fashion. Then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why are
yeah.
we
But
I
this
mean,
dude,
I'm sorry that he died, but
well, this dude, he's big in fashion. He's like, and he's also like kind of like, not flamboyant, but he said some disparaging things about a lot of like folks.
Oh yeah, he like put people on blast.
He put Pip
But
on
you're
blast.
scraping the bottom of the barrel with this one. I just want you to know.
This is a huge. This is a fashion icon that redefined 2 decades.
but this isn't a fashion
It's not a
podcast.
fashion show, but he's still
scraping the
famous.
bottom, man.
I mean, this dude's worth millions, so
All right.
more than what we got. I mean, some people said he's fat. I mean, you should love him. People say that he's fat phobic. He's against the Me Too movement, and he drew a picture of Harvey Weinstein as a pig.
Okay.
That's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
All right.
But he's done a bunch of stuff. He's also in Grand Theft Auto 4. He's the voice of the K109 radio station in the
should have
game.
led with that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Because not nobody on this podcast be like, oh, Chanel. Oh, I
Yeah,
you know, that's
me.
good. Fendi. Oh,
I got my
shit.
Fendi bag,
That's
you
my
know.
shit.
That's the first time in real life I've ever heard somebody say you should have led with that. Like that's some shit you see in like fucking movies and shit. I should have told this podcast you should have led with that.
Not to mention, this dude hired strippers and porn star Moana Posey to model his Fendi line, and Moana became a Italian politician as well.
I thought she saved the heart of Rafiki.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great
shit.
movie.
No.
Disney movie.
So,
All right. R.I.P. to fashion dude.
After saving the world, you gotta put in some kind of work or be a stripper.
RP the fashion dude. That's how much Prodigy gives a fuck about this dude.
I cannot pretend to y'all.
You lived, then you died.
yeah.
Is that from Beauty? No, Princess Bride, right?
I can't remember, dude.
Something.
God,
Zero
dang.
fucks.
Together,
given.
you got your hand together,
Uh,
beautiful way.
Love, true love.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, what's that
That was
Spaceballs?
from Spaceballs.
Yeah. Let's jump on in, man. One of the biggest ones that's got the internet all a fucking flutter is your boy Jussie lying to the motherfucking world, and now he's up on charges. What y'all got to say?
You ain't got to lie to kick it.
Mm,
God
mm, mm,
damn.
Damn.
And I think Prodigy was the first on this sort of bandwagon when the bandwagon didn't yet exist. I was sort of on, but he was like way more on it, like before I was.
But that's his MO though. When there's a
No.
bandwagon, this fool always jumps
motherfucker.
on.
But
Shut the
it just didn't sound right from the
That-
get go.
Nope.
And yeah, it's all bad. Basically, it was two Nigerian dudes that he paid to buy stuff and the rope to like put the noose on him and jump him in some back alley. And there's videos of these two Nigerian dudes that were actually, one of them was in the show with him in Empire.
Oh, really? In Empire?
Yeah.
What the
yeah,
fuck?
So they knew each other. So I'm like,
So
or some other show. They knew each other from like
Oh my
acting.
god.
yeah, so apparently these dudes are brothers or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I mean, because Jesse had to go to the hospital, so
Jussie.
whatever, man. Lying motherfucker. He has,
Call him Toby.
yeah. Oh shit. I mean, he went to the hospital. He had cuts and bruises and shit. So
When you pay somebody to beat you up, you get what you pay for. They beat his ass.
yeah, so there you go. Put the news. Tried to yell out MAGA. It's like what the
In
fuck?
Chicago.
Chi-town.
In downtown Chicago.
Downtown Chicago, 2 a.m. in the middle of the polar vortex,
At a Subway.
Yeah.
going to Subway.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, how many? I know, don't get me wrong, there are 24-hour Subways, because there's one kind of close to me.
It's a bunch
So,
in Vegas, I can tell you that.
Yeah,
When
so-
you broke and in college, yeah, you go for 2 a.m. Subway.
Yeah.
even if
Even if you got money, you want Subway, you don't go outside and at that late at night.
And that
in
fucking
that
weather.
weather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go fucking Uber Eats.
You
goddamn,
send somebody.
Grubhub.
Yeah, he's
Send
got
somebody.
network
DoorDash.
TV money.
Yeah.
Network TV money. The show is probably almost in syndication. It's been on for like 4 or 5 years.
wait, Fox? No,
Yeah.
this is
But-
brand new.
Yeah, it's
No.
still pretty new. No, it's
Empire?
been a while.
It's
Maybe
been on for like at least 4 years.
I don't know
Maybe
if it's in
3
syndication
seasons?
3 or
already.
4
For a while.
years.
Yeah, because it's one of Fox's like
Well,
top shows.
Even if it isn't on in like, it's not truly being syndicated, it's being like broadcast all over the world in different countries and shit. He got big money from network television.
Yeah, season 6 is coming up, man.
Season 6. Okay, then that's definitely syndicated somewhere.
Yes. And and the show's doing really well, and he's got to be doing well because he's kind of like one of the lead castmen, or not one of the leads, but he's like in that, one of the leads, yeah.
Bruh,
of the
He's
show.
the son of the main character.
Yeah, yeah.
And bruh, they fucking do a Empire tour.
Yeah.
Like they tour the country, so they're making money on top of like doing literally concerts.
But you need that 2 a.m. foot long.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he is gay.
Well, that was the first like rumor that I heard was that he was trying to use Grindr or some shit to get some ass. I'm like,
Okay.
you need ass that bad, like in the fucking frozen north? I'm like, god damn.
Damn.
Just jack that shit off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I don't know if he's a catcher or a pitcher.
Well, just have somebody come to your place.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
It
Well,
sounds
apparently
easier.
he's engaged to somebody, or he's in some
Jesus
kind of
Christ.
relationship.
Well, he's-
So that's why, you know, if you need to get your nut out. But apparently, none of that was even the case. So
Look,
don't matter.
this fool is a big time liar. He gonna get charged and he's gonna get convicted of a felony.
Last time I heard, he's already being charged
Yeah.
Yeah.
with a felony. So
And
yeah.
he's going to get convicted of this shit. And the other thing is, people are still hemming and hawing, especially, and you know, this is a political issue because he brought the MAGA stuff in there. So there's folks on the left, you know, wringing their hands like, ooh, well, maybe.
Made it
And then
hate
there's
crime.
folks on the right gloating real hard and whatnot. At the end of the day, this makes it much more difficult for people who are truly victims of hate crimes to get believed and to file and to get prosecute the people who actually do stuff. This is a big waste of time. A waste of Chicago PD's time, waste of everybody, media's time, everybody's time. It's a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
It just looks bad. It's like, and his reasoning, from what I understand, it sounds fucking stupid too. Because like
What is his dumbass reason?
From one point of view, which is not confirmed. This is not a confirmed thing, but apparently it was about how Fox wasn't giving him enough screen time. What? They were basically they weren't respecting him. Some bullshit, and he wasn't getting paid enough. Like all kinds of bullshit. And I was like, what
the fuck out of here?
What makes you think that you're getting your ass beat? They're gonna feel sorry for you and give you more money? Like I don't understand. That's if that is the case.
You know, me and Kamek had a brief conversation about this, and she was like, what the fuck? And I was like, this is the escalation of the victim mentality here in America. It really is. It's been like an escalation. Like, if y'all haven't noticed, there's been like a huge increase in like false rape accusations, stupid shit like this, people trying to virtue signal about shit. And it's just like, people need to calm the fuck. You are who you are. Stop trying to fake the funk to try to fit in some other fucking group or try to, get your little social brownie points. Like that shit. It doesn't mean shit in real life. I think social media is making this shit worse. Yeah. By like people seeing, like people are faking all this shit on social media. Yep. And I think that people are buying way too much into it. And they want to make themselves seem more important. The easiest way to do it, if you don't have money, is to just pretend that you're a victim of something. And this guy, he had money, of some sort. He just wants to pretend that he's a victim of, some made up bullshit. And I think he needs to pay the price.
Did he spend his money? Did he go broke or something?
There's no excuse.
Is he a crackhead? Maybe that's what.
Yeah, is he a crackhead?
Slanging, or not, he wouldn't be slanging. I guess he's shorting.
Is he doping?
And the media ain't off the hook either, because there was some in the media, I think, with The Root or one of them publications, blaming straight black men for not supporting. Remember that shit? Because everybody's going to conveniently forget about all those articles and all the Twitter rants and back and forth. Straight black men need to support him. They not supporting him because he's gay, and there's all this homophobia in the black community. Remember all that noise? Nope. Have you heard any of that this week?
No, I did not.
I saw the articles.
Oh, it's out there.
All I saw was people from Chicago were the first ones trying to call him out, saying this is super suspect because it is cold as fuck. Some of us have not left our homes in days. Yep. The only people that have been out are the brave people from Grubhub, DoorDash, delivering food
Even
out.
A postman didn't fucking deliver for a day because it was so goddamn cold.
And they're like, these are the only people going out. Like, you only go out only if schools were being canceled. Businesses were shut down. Why are you out trying to go to Subway at 2 a.m.? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I want to address what Prodigy was talking about. How like they want to blame a straight black man about this shit. So. Like, that shit infuriates me. It's the same thing I was talking about before about, like, virtue signaling. Like, listen, you don't need me on your fucking team. Like, when somebody tells me, like, I need you to be, like, what do they call it? Like,
an ally.
I'm not going to, unless I fucking know you, I'm not your ally. I don't give a shit saying that. Like, you can get me in trouble on social media, but if I don't know you, I'm not your fucking ally. Because you could be a total piece of shit. I don't fucking know you. You know what I mean? Unless I interact with you and I know you, then, yeah, we're cool. But if I don't know you, like, whatsoever, you are not I'm not your ally, and you're not my ally. Like, yeah, I mean, you can have your rights and all that shit, but I'm not your ally. Like, I think people, they throw out that word like it's supposed to mean some shit, but it doesn't mean shit because there's a bunch of pieces of shit out there from every gender, race, ethnicity, and you don't know who the fuck you're allying yourself with. Is for you to blindly say, oh, just because that guy's gay or whatever gender, I'm his ally. You're pretty fucking stupid because that guy could be, or that guy, girl, or whatever 72 fucking genders that they could be a total piece of fucking garbage,
50-11.
and you don't fucking know. They could have all kinds of shit. You could be a fucking another R. Kelly, and you don't fucking know, and now you're associated with that person being their ally. So it's the same thing. When I talk about respect, it's the same deal. Like, I can't respect you if I don't really fucking know you. You know what I mean? And I don't know your ideals, and we haven't sat down, never had a conversation. You know what I mean? If I have no idea what you're about. But we're in this new day and age where people want to pretend that we're going to use these social points to get ahead and, virtue signal just to get ahead. And that shit is, it's basically, it's a disease to our younger generation because they're all being brought up on this utter bullshit when they're actually missing out on actual virtuous shit. You know what I mean? This social shit is there's no virtue in that.
I'm gonna add that there are real people who get victimized and bullied and all that. I agree with where you're coming from completely, but I will say we're not trying to discredit the people.
No,
if you get your fucking ass beat just for being gay or whatever, or Orlando had that nightclub shooting where a piece of shit just shot up the club for it being a gay nightclub. All of that shit is fucking foul and wrong. People burning synagogues. All that shit is ugly and disgusting and disturbing.
Totally agree.
It's but you can't fake the funk.
No.
You can't fake it, man.
51,
and I hope he gets charged.
I like what 5150 in the chat room said. He said basically the boy who cried wolf basically.
Yep.
That's what this guy did.
Who cried MAGA.
Yeah, MAGA. MAGA did it.
And
save me, Obama.
The Twitter memes have been fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
ruthless.
I love
Ruthless.
Dude, I watched a new Netflix show, the Umbrella Academy, and there's a scene in there. And I watched it today. And right when I saw it, I was like, "Damn, this is just like that dude." Like, just like, was it Jesse?
Jesse. Yeah, there we go. That's better.
Damn, that's just craziness. I mean, did you want to really quick talk about the difference between an ally and a supporter?
Oh,
so just for the distinction, yeah, that's for Chrono.
Well, I mean, I can support like your right to like exist as a person and have like the same rights as I do. Like I'm all for equal rights, right? But when you want to say like I'm your ally, I don't understand like the point of that. And this, I guess it kind of goes into support too. Like I can support you as far as, your rights and like I said, equal rights. But beyond that, there ain't much I can do for you unless I really fucking know you. You know what I mean? Or unless something like horribly happened to you or something like that. That's a little bit different. But obviously this wasn't the case. But I would hope that nobody gets fucked up by anybody. So just because you happen to be, gay, LGBTQ, whatever the fuck,
Q+.
like I would hope that
LMLP.
like I would hope that acts of violence and acts of hatred doesn't happen to anybody. Like it's not special that you happen to be, I don't want to say different, but that you're not straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Who cares?
I just care about people treating people like properly, and that has nothing to do with like being an ally or even like support. I guess at some point, I guess it sort of is like support, but not really. Like you can't support somebody you don't really fucking know. I mean, can you? I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know of a way other than like intangible nice words on the internet which don't account for a shit.
Or like if I support somebody through like if somebody has like a GoFundMe, but I learned something about their life, right? When I read a GoFundMe, because there's no way. Listen, if you do have a GoFundMe and you don't tell me anything about your life, I don't get a sense of like who the fuck you are. I'm not donating. Exactly. You know what I mean? So that's like you have to have that sort of connection. That sort of connection with somebody. That's where it comes back to like being an ally or even a supporter. You have to have that connection with somebody. If you don't have it, that shit doesn't exist.
Yeah. And I will say this too. I hope more people forcefully roast his ass. Because everybody who was very quick, even with the suspect story, to jump on his team, ally, support, whatever, now that things have completely done a 180, it's not about your pride. It's not about eating crow. It's about right and wrong. When someone lies and makes up bullshit, you gotta call them out on it.
They are real fucking quiet right now.
Yeah, you can't do that quiet shit. Keep that same energy.
Especially when you called out all straight black men.
Oh my God!
What the fuck? Like I don't whip his ass.
Yeah, and the other thing is, the overwhelming majority, who some of us had some suspect views of the description of the incident because it didn't make any goddamn sense. But nobody was saying, oh, yeah, he deserved to get his ass beat because he was gay or black. Nobody was saying that. No. Nobody was really saying that. Except maybe a tiny minority. But yeah, anyway, we're all in agreement, man. Jussie going to big-time federal jail.
Wait, okay, there's a meme.
I don't think he's going to jail.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, big-ass fine.
You know what? You're probably right. He's a celebrity.
Yeah. There's a meme that says, Jussie, the first American to scam Nigeria.
Holy shit!
Damn.
Let me put something out there for our listeners though. Jussie Smollett, he had a fake, I guess, assault accusation. He's getting charged with a federal crime. Why don't women that have false rape accusations get charged with felonies?
Ooh.
Why doesn't that happen? That's just a question out there. Just keep it in your mind.
Yep.
Well, a lot.
It's quiet all of a sudden.
I've seen answers to that, and I'm just like, what? I mean, one answer I saw from a lady, she was saying that some women are afraid to come forward because they're afraid of some kind of retaliation or whatnot. And I was like,
that does not answer my question.
yeah, I know. But that's the
around.
closest I've seen to an answer. Just saying.
That's not an answer.
Yeah.
So they're saying, because the ones that are actually assaulted are afraid that they won't be believed because they'll feel like that they're going to be treated like.
If the other ones to stop fucking lying, I'm pretty sure people start believing more often the females' rape allegations.
Well, and there's some pieces of shit that are not gonna. There's some pieces of shit for sure that are always gonna say, "What were you wearing?" Or blah blah blah.
Oh, yeah.
They're the fucking vast minority.
Exactly.
I think most reasonable people, if you get raped, they're likely gonna believe you, and they want something to be done about it. And so much so that if you just say rape accusation, if you just say you got raped by anybody, like they're immediately on the defensive. Like you have to be. Like look at if you want to say it transcends money and fucking, for the most part, it transcends money and ethnicity because look what happened with the guys from the Duke lacrosse team.
Yeah,
like that shit still comes up. They basically said a whole like portion of a team raped this chick and it never even fucking happened.
Yeah. It certainly is something that can't be answered very easily.
And she's
I will
free.
say that. Yeah.
And it also like that one female who was flippy floppy with her accusations against
What are
her.
you talking
The girl who she claimed her football boyfriend like forced her,
there's
like
a few-
beat her or something like
There's
that.
a few
a
like
whole
that.
bunch.
There's a
Yeah.
few like
But
that.
there's a recent one where he she said that he abused her, then he took back and said no, I just trying to ruin his career. But then she made allegations again, and she pulled back again.
The Niner?
I don't
No,
know. Yeah,
I remember who he was talking about. But I can't remember the guy's name.
yeah, there's so many of them to be honest, but I can't think of the name. But I'm just bringing up that as an example. Like you have those girls who are kind of wishy-washy too, which makes things look bad as well.
Shit, there's ones where what was it? I don't remember where he's from. I know he's from the South, but there's a lady who claimed that she was raped. She won against him.
Oh,
He
yeah.
he went to jail
For a couple of years.
for a couple years, and then she boasted about how she lied, got millions from it. The judge found out, said you need to pay back every single cent.
Her ass should've
But
went
she
to
didn't
jail,
do jail
too.
time.
Yeah,
though.
I don't think she did jail
She
time.
didn't do jail time. The judge just ordered that she paid. The guy got
should've done jail
released,
time.
but his career is over.
I'm going to tell
Life
you
is
this.
over.
I'm going to tell you this. On average, not all the time, average, for the same crime, a man doing it and a woman doing it, the sentencing is not the same. Now, nobody wants to ever talk about that subject.
No.
Nobody. Everybody wants to, shut up and look the other way and whatnot. People are fine with talking about racial discrepancies when it comes to sentencing. That exists, obviously, as well.
Mm-hmm.
But gender sentencing is not equal, and you hear crickets whenever that subject is brought up.
Yeah.
I'll just put that out there.
Well, one thing that that was curious to me is that so if two people go out and they meet at a bar and they have too many drinks and they go home and have sex, and the girl comes out and says she didn't want to have sex and so she accused the guy of raping her, but they both were drunk and under the influence, so it's like both of their judgments were impaired, and so it's like it's always leads on the guy, but both of them were impaired. Like they always blame it on the guy.
Yeah, and guys, I guess for this era, just got to be as smart as possible in terms of our decision making and protect yourself.
Yeah, I mean, there was a company that
Ain't
was working
fair.
on an app where like you basically send a message to the girl asking her for consent, and she has to like click yes, and now it's evidence of
That is, that's lame as fuck.
How romantic and sexy is that?
yeah, like
Do
baby
you want to
girl-
suck and fuck me? Click yes or no.
It sucks the romance and the whole like
Courting.
pursuit out of it. It's just like it's sad. Like I feel really sad for this generation. Like I'm glad I'm not single right now.
Yeah.
Because I'd be
Same
like,
here.
I'll be trying to just avoid fucking landmines,
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. We should get in. Now, wait. Old Ninja, did you see this Alita Battle Angel? Yes or goddamn no?
Yes.
Holy fuck. Did you enjoy this film? What are your thoughts on this film?
Why don't you speak on this first? Then I will I will add my.
We feel like you got some shit to say.
Yeah.
man.
You not say it with your chest.
You got notes.
Yeah.
You got notes?
I got a few notes. And this ain't gonna go long and all that.
It might.
Wait, hold on. For everybody listening, Alito Battle Angel, main character's a woman. Go ahead, Prodigy.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
I went in with low expectations. I want y'all to know
Because
this.
it was a woman?
Low expectations because it was an anime adaptation. There's still been no good ones that have been gone from anime to live action. We've all know all the bad ones that have come out and all that shit.
Some people dispute that, but go ahead.
There ain't no dispute. This is scientific law now. Not even a theory and shit. It just it felt very much like a 80s or 90s sci-fi channel TV movie in terms of the plot with shitty writing. Nothing was memorable in terms of the writing. No lines, no dialogue, no back and forth that actually stuck out. And you saw things coming 20 to 30 minutes ahead of time in terms of plot changes, plot elements and whatnot. Now, it had an all-star cast, I'll give you that. But the dryness of the fucking plot was just subpar, man. We have higher expectations based on some of the MCU movies, some of the good action movies that we've had of recent years with, Mission Impossible and not Fantastic Four, the Fast and the Furious and all these other ones. This is true, decent CGI, but you can fucking tell James Cameron wrote this shit. And that ain't no goddamn compliment, man.
It's an avatar like walking around.
Yeah, I mean,
a blue person.
And then there's big plot holes like you don't know why she has the big fucking eyes. Now remember when you saw the fucking trailer and the first question every logical person asked themselves was, why the fuck she got those big ass eyes? If you weren't familiar with the source material. If you weren't familiar, and I wasn't familiar with the source material, she's the only one with the big eyes.
You didn't know that it was. You didn't know it was anime?
No, I knew it was from an anime.
That's like the first thing he said.
Yeah, but why does this character? Because there are other cyborgs in it. Why she had a big fucking eyes? They never say that.
Better to see you with my dear.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of shit. There's a bunch of plot holes. I know you want to jump in and defend your bullshit. Go ahead.
It's not my bullshit. I'm just saying, is you finished or is you done?
I'm not done, but you go ahead. No, jump in here. With your shitty opinion.
It's not my. I mean, so you say that, but I mean, if this was
Here we go. You're gonna bring up Venom, aren't you?
No,
you're gonna bring up Venom.
No, I did not say fucking Venom. You shut your bitch ass up and let me finish. If this was Alan, dude, bro, you probably would be like, this is great.
Alan, dude, bro.
Instead of Alita and this was Alan, if this was a dude.
I haven't even brought up anything with this being a woman.
Don't even act like. Don't do that. Don't try to act like if this wasn't some dude in big action fucking flick.
I talked about the writing. I talked about the writing.
The writing, dude.
The writing is
terrible. First of all, let me ask you this: have you seen the original anime?
No.
Have you read?
I haven't
the
read
original manga.
No, I have not.
So
I went in blind.
So you're upset about an android with big eyes, but yet a 300-year-old android in the film, according to the film.
That's not what I said.
But you just said everyone's asking why her eyes are so big. You just fucking said that.
I said they never explain it.
She's an android. What difference does it make?
Jesus Christ.
She's not the only one. Your girl, Michelle Rodriguez, is in there with the same type of fucking eyes.
Michelle Rodriguez is in there with the same eyes.
She's her commander. When she does her flashbacks, the chick that's teaching her and shit.
Oh, her eyes look similar. I'll give you that. It looks similar, but they still don't explain it. They don't explain.
Why do you need that explained though? How is that?
It just seemed like something I would want to know about this character. But
so you want to know about how this Martian
because there are other cyborgs in here too. Like, did something happen with just her fleet of actual warrior cyborgs? So they need the bigger eyes.
You know that the only organic parts of her are her heart, partial heart, and her brain. Everything else is artificial.
Well, he found her head.
Yes, and her brain is inside the head.
But he found it in the junkyard. Her torso. There's gonna be some spoilers in here. I don't give a fuck. The movie fucking sucked. He found her fucking torso with a face on there. Now her eyes weren't open on there, but he found a face too.
Okay.
You're saying he replaced that?
No. You're asking about the eyes, why this is an issue, and I'm saying how is this important to the overall story?
It's just a shitty plot hole.
How is this a plot hole? It's a fucking android.
How is it a plot hole?
It's an android that was made. The only thing organic on this creature, this being, or whatever,
'Cause there's
or it's
so-
her brain and her partial heart. Everything else is fucking artificial.
What makes her?
Prodigy.
I'm trying to ask it. I'm trying to ask it. What makes her? And I haven't read anything. I haven't seen the anime. What makes her eyes different from all the other cyborgs that we see?
Okay, but
That's all I'm asking.
what I'm asking you is, are the size of her eyes a major plot point?
No.
They do seem like it because she is special, obviously, and we get into what makes
It's not a plot point, though.
No, it really is.
She doesn't use. She don't
No.
use lasers on them.
The-
They don't have a map in them. There's nothing
the
about her
the
eyes
whole
that
point of the story is what makes Alita special.
So?
Was it not?
And
So,
you assume
dude,
that it was her
Chappie-
eyes?
Yeah.
No, I
Chap-
assume that there is a lot about her that makes her distinctive.
Okay, that's fine then. But
That's
don't
all I'm
say
saying.
that her having big eyes is a big plot hole, because to have a plot hole, it has to be a plot element. Of her eyes
that-
would have to be a plot element.
and they're
for it to be a plot
not.
hole.
They are not in this film. I'm sorry.
Her look. Okay, we can disagree on it, but her look is distinctive,
It is.
and
All right,
and
that's
her
fine.
look is not explained from a story plot element standpoint in this. Not at all.
Well, so hold on. So I saw from the trailers, there's different kinds of androids. Did they explain why the guy had tentacle arms? Was that a plot hole to you? Did they explain what the
No,
black
they
guy
do explain.
had?
They do explain exactly why the guy gets a tentacle arm.
Okay.
tentacle
Well,
fingers.
there's like all kinds of, like, in other movies, and probably in this one too, there's like different unique characters. They don't have to explain every single thing about the character.
I got it.
It's
I got
not
it.
important to the plot.
For the main character, the entire plot is who is Alita.
I got it.
And what makes her special.
Here's an example of a movie that I felt had a giant plot hole, and it was fucking Bird Box. They never explained what the fuck the monsters were.
but then neither
But
does the
people still
book,
loved
though.
it.
That's part of the actual source content.
But the anime never really talked about why her eyes were big.
the
'Cause
anime
everybody's eyes are
doesn't
big.
either.
Everybody's eyes are
Well,
big.
and if everybody's are, I'm fine with that.
Yes, that's the thing with anime.
I'm on
Everybody's
board.
eyes were big.
I'm on board if it's everything. That means all cyborgs have big eyes.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say though is that if you can't call it a plot hole if her eyes were not a point of the plot.
It was a question I had that never got answered.
Okay.
I'll put it that way.
I feel
Yeah.
like the only reason my eyes were big was just because they were trying to make it look like the anime character. That's it. That's the only reason why, in my book.
Yeah.
Well, then
I
a
agree.
whole lot of other characters should have.
Well, that's true. But
Well,
You know
mean,
what I mean?
But like I said, because she's the last of her kind, and when you see some in her flashback that are similar, they do look similar to her, including her commander or her teacher.
Okay.
She looks similar to her too. She had fucked up eyes too, even though you don't see her a whole lot, but she looks more similar than everybody else because she's not of this earth. Apparently, she's from a colony off of Mars.
She's from
or
the
whatnot.
no. She's from this. Wasn't she previously on this MacGuffin in the sky bullshit?
Yeah, she came from there, but she's also, as you
Fucking
know from
city
the
in
story,
city in the sky
she's-
that they never show you.
see, they never talk about that in the anime. At least I don't remember because it's been fucking years since I've seen it.
Yeah,
But
the
yeah, she just
anime-
came from the like Prodigy said, the MacGuffin in the sky, and you only see it once, and that's only because like she comes from like a garbage heap
That's
soup
it.
or whatever, and that's how the guy finds her and rebuilds her.
yeah. So I haven't seen the anime either. I didn't read the manga. I know what she looks like from the anime, but I'm just going off of what I just saw. And as far as what I've seen, the action was great. I thought the action by Lightstorm and James Cameron's team was amazing. They had some pretty fucking crazy fight scenes.
Can I ask
There's
you
also
a quick question?
Sure.
I hate to derail you, but I just want to ask. When you say great, you put it on there with last year you praised Mission Impossible for having excellent action scenes. Are you saying this is on that level? Yes or no?
Ooh,
Put you on the motherfucking spot.
yes. I'm gonna say yes.
You are so full of shit.
You just,
Holy
I mean,
fuck.
just because
All right, no,
just
go
'cause
ahead,
you
go
hating
ahead.
on it,
Go ahead.
just because your shitty
Go-
opinion doesn't on
No,
there
no,
about
go
some
ahead, go
fucking
ahead. You
eyes.
don't put it out there.
that
This
do
is on
like-
Mission Impossible level.
Yeah,
all right?
I mean, this is some
Holy
really
fuck.
great. I thought it was great fucking fighting scenes because I was like, oh shit, she can do some crazy shit. I mean, I thought it was great. I was thoroughly entertained. It's not a perfect movie for sure because there are things about it that I thought were off-putting,
such
which
as
were weird, which was such as her awakening.
shitty ass. Bitch.
Basically, is when she was reactivated. It was like she was learning everything from like ground zero, but then picked up on a lot of stuff very, very
That's true.
quickly, which was weird to me. And then she latched onto the doctor very, very fast without questioning more about who he was.
Can I ask something about that bullshit? So they don't even really set up the rules for these cyborgs very well. I know she can fucking cry. I know she can fucking eat, right?
Mhm.
So I'm assuming she shits since she eats.
Wait, doesn't she only have a heart and a fucking brain?
Yeah, but she can eat.
Eats and she cries. You see that on screen very early on.
I guess the brain does need nutrition, but
Yes, and it does say that. They do say that her brain needs nutrition.
But I mean, you're assuming she shits as well, right?
RoboCop ate baby food or baby sauce, whatever.
Oh, he did.
And he was like kind of that same level as her.
Bullshit. But they don't tell you. Maybe this is on purpose.
So you need to know if she shits.
No, I need to know. She shit on the corner or on the carpet. But they don't tell you anything about are any of these cyborgs sex bots?
Does
Get
that matter?
the fuck out of here, man.
Here's why it matters, though. You got a fucking romance at the center of this. There's no fucking rules established.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
somebody in the chat, our warrior fella, said that it was a dopey teen romance posting as a sci-fi film.
That's it.
There's parts of it, yes, and that's the parts that were a little down for me because it got super cheesy. But they do some teenage shit.
So what did you get? What did you think that she could have sex? Is that what you
no?
from it? Because there is a romance.
When you first see her, she has no snatch. When she has her original body, she has no snatch.
She ain't got no asshole either.
But then she gets a new body that she can control and do all kinds of weird shit. So who knows? She can probably make a vaginal fucking.
But can't she throw that ass in a dodecahedron
something? Or a tripod dodecahedron or whatever.
You want me to fuck you up with like Android shit right now? So like the main guy who created like the whole idea of androids was not Heinlein, but the other guy, Isaac Asimov, right, with iRobot.
Yeah.
And so one of the robots, I think it was Daniil Oliva. It's just like super sci-fi nerdy shit. That's who was supposed to be in iRobot, not fucking Sonny or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Will Smith was supposed to be like some white dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, he would eat to make people more at ease that he was an android because he looked like a person.
Makes sense.
And so what he would do, he would eat, but then it would go into like a sack, and then he would just take the sack out and just like throw it away.
And see, I would have loved to have seen that some level of detail of where is that line between completely humanish in terms of bodily needs versus just very surface level sci-fi bullshit.
Yeah, well, I think there's some stuff that I think that, I mean, nobody cared when Data ate or not went on, the Last Generation, and there's plenty of other androids and shit. It's just like, to me, I don't really give.
But they made a point to show her eating a lot in this.
So
I'm not bullshitting.
But they also point out that her brain needed nourishment.
I get you on that. I'm
So
just saying,
where's your malfunction
where are the
here?
rules for? I'm just trying to establish. They did not establish very well the rules for these cyborgs.
Wait, what the fuck? It's a cyborg.
The bodily function. You talk about they need nourishment.
Her brain needed nourishment.
Kronos just gave a great example from other cyborgs not needing nourishment, really. Doing it just for like social appeasement. These don't.
So we see. Hold on.
That's all I'm saying.
Rewind the tape. Where does she have a very big fight scene at?
She has a big fight scene on the stupid ass roller derby. She has a big fight scene in the underground.
Yeah, that's.
She has a big fight scene on a tube.
She has a fight scene in a bar.
Okay.
Which is full of cyborgs. What are they doing?
The cyborgs have beverages around them.
Exactly.
Just like she's eaten and drank.
Exactly.
Hey, wait. So let me just jump in real quick. Bender from Futurama drunk beer, and that was his source. He used alcohol and he used the alcohol as fuel. So maybe they were drinking for fuel.
Maybe.
Sure.
I mean, a lot of them.
Charge your power cell.
Like one of them was a hunter. All he had was a face.
True.
And he was in the bar drinking. So
I hear you. It's just
you can't explain everything in like one movie.
Exactly.
Especially shit that you're thinking about. Like
I'm not expecting a complete explanation of every single detail. I get you on that.
But you're acting like
but
it.
there's
you are acting like
there's big assumptions you have to make with this.
That's not even an assumption. I'm just
Nah,
like, okay.
you got to see the movie, man. No, you got to see this.
No,
movie.
I mean in any fucking like cyborg android, there's like there's shit that I'll suspend my disbelief because there's only so much time you have to tell a story.
But explain what the rules are.
No, explaining that somebody where they shit is not important to me in a movie.
Well, you're showing over and over again, at least 3 or 4 times, eating and drinking is important. They need it.
In every movie that you watch,
Yeah.
with regular humans, hold on, people are eating and drinking all the time. Do I give a shit about where they shit or piss?
No, but
no,
for
because it's not important. It's not important to the plot.
For cyborgs, what was important to the plot, again, I saw the movie, was this romance. Are there romances between cyborgs and humans in this world?
So eating and shitting
Wait,
is
hold
important
on.
to romance.
I'm trying to figure out what the bodily functions are for cyborgs are, period. I also mentioned the sexual stuff, too, because there is a romance.
What show do we watch that has androids in it where people fall in love? Westworld.
Okay.
So
And that-
what different? Though you just asked about can humans fall in love with an android, which they do. But
in this world, all we see is with her towards the end, and I'm just asking: was that the rule? Did you interpret it as her being able to truly fall in love and have a sexual relationship with that boyfriend?
I didn't care about the sexual relationship because I didn't think they're gonna show her fucking. All I knew is that she cared for another person.
Okay.
And it showed me that. And not only that, it wasn't.
But you knew that already because of her bond with the dude, with the doc. This was a romantic relationship.
No, that's kind of a problem I had. I wasn't sure about the doc because it didn't convey that father-daughter.
Of course it did.
It not as strong as I expected. It was weird to me because she latched on him very quickly and she wasn't asking questions that I thought she was going to, even though she was asking all these other existential questions. It was okay. It got better for me slightly, but I was still kind of off-put about that. That was one of the problems I had with it. However, her relationship with another character was like a very, as it was pointed out in the chat, it was very teeny bopperish, like
Who you
love.
talking about? Who you talking about?
Alita and fucking whatever the fucking
boyfriend.
dude, the boyfriend. She cared for another person. She had like this weird romance. She even went like psycho girl on him for a quick second,
Yeah.
and pulled it back. And I was like, oh shit, that's like I thought it was humorous because there's been plenty of young females and young males that have gone to the ultimate extreme of what they feel is love, and we got a sense of that in the film. And I'm just like, oh, that's a nice little nod. I wasn't off-putted by this because I'm like, okay, if they do decide to have a sexual relationship, are they going to? Because I wouldn't be surprised if they had like attachments or whatnot. She's not going to bear him children.
Listen, man, the level of details, I'm going to be honest with you, it's usually explained in books, and you don't read fiction books.
No.
So, and
Except for comics, but yeah.
Yeah, but this, yeah, but you already said you don't read fiction like just straight text.
Yeah.
But this level of detail is almost always explained in sci-fi books, and it's almost never explained in any kind of sci-fi movie, ever. I mean, like he gave a good point about Westworld. Westworld, you never see the robots shit or piss. You see them fucking, but you never see them shit or piss.
Yeah, where'd all that just go?
I get you on that, but the rules are established that they can have sex, right?
Yeah, but like you were saying though, the whole like, if you eat, where do you shit or piss? But it's like you see people eating in Westworld all the time, but it doesn't explain to them like where does that food go? Like what you were just saying, that was your whole problem. But at the same time, in a book, they have time to explain that, and when you're watching something in a visual sense, you don't have the time to go into that kind of explanation, and it's hard to like, I guess, convert that into like a visual sense.
There are a good 30 to 40 minutes, conservatively, of the Alita and the boyfriend having scenes. We're going to move past the food stuff, but from a romantic stuff. Those two together. Am I bullshitting on that?
No, that's roughly about at least.
They
at least
well
30.
established. That's a central theme, central relationship of this whole thing.
But they go on like mini dates and type stuff because like he doesn't stay with her the whole time, and part of them, one of those, they go with other people and they go to a Martian ship, and she discovers more about herself.
The whole point is about her and who she is.
Yes, and that Martian ship led her more into her past and gave her more answers about who she is. She had to go to the doctor and be like, I know this, I'm connected to this, you knew about this, why didn't you say anything? And he tells her why.
So was that a twist for you?
No, it wasn't a twist.
Okay.
I knew something. I figured something was coming, I just didn't know
What
which direction.
What was memorable from this movie for you?
The fight scenes were memorable for me.
Were there any lines? Any dialogue?
Well, do you know what lines do you
No,
remember?
no, don't flip it
I'm
on
gonna
me.
say
Don't
no,
flip- I'm
and
just
I will.
asking.
I am
I'm just-
going to flip
It's
you.
just a simple question. Was there any dialogue that stuck out for you?
No, there was no Hasta La Vista baby bullshit in there. I don't
I'm
care.
just saying.
But do you remember any lines from Venom?
Yeah, I'm jumping in this lobster pit or just this lobster fucking case. No, I mean,
You made that shit up. What the
Is that
fuck?
in the
yeah,
movie?
no, Venom didn't have a whole lot of great dialogue either. And I knew you were gonna fucking talk about Venom, but
Yeah, I
because
mean,
it's your favorite go-to subject.
'cause
All I'm
it's
saying
fucking
is
bullshit.
the writing was really basic on this shit, man.
Mm.
I don't need Westworld level. I don't need a book level. Explain the rules, explain the motivations, explain what they can and cannot do a little bit tighter than this.
I don't.
Because there's so many cyborgs that have. I mean, it's mostly cyborgs, right?
Yes, there's a
Right?
lot of cyborgs.
I mean,
There's only a handful of humans, really. But I don't need these like boxed in rules like, oh, they can't do this, they can't do that. It's not like it was an oppression. It wasn't like cyborgs versus humans
Did you
type thing.
Did you get the impression from the cyborgs themselves that you could understand where Alita was coming from and where she was going to go? I mean,
I understood
Or
that
from the plot.
I understood that she was trying to discover her past,
okay.
and she wanted to know more about herself, and she wanted to know where she fit in.
Fair enough.
She had no memory of what was going on, and when she did get bits and pieces of it, it still didn't fill out the whole thing.
Yeah, and I know that was on purpose. They set it up for a sequel.
Yes, apparently I haven't seen the original Blue. I guess you kind of remember, but apparently this is 3 major parts. I guess. Like
I haven't seen the movie, but not.
Well, in the anime,
There's basically 3 things that happen. She falls to Earth. The guy finds her. He builds her up, and he does like some secret battling with fucking androids or some shit like that. And she decides to participate, and she ends up fucking overworking her body and end up getting a new body, and that's
it.
pretty much it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
Is that the fucking movie?
That's pretty much
pretty much
it,
the
man.
movie.
With a little bit
I mean-
of roller derby in there.
Yeah, the
Roller
roller
derby.
derby. Yeah, there's some roller derby shit.
I think it's a roller derby in anime.
It's pretty dope.
It's been a while since I watched the anime. So.
it's
Yeah,
been
I mean, I
like,
guess
it's
it-
been like high school.
Yeah,
since,
that was like back in like the MD Geist days.
Yeah,
That was,
like-
that was a while ago.
that's in fucking Ninja
Was it-
Scroll
hey,
and
was
fucking.
This, was this before the Guyver or after?
Probably around the same time.
Maybe
as
same
Guyver.
time?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I kind of watched a little bit of that, and I could have sworn it was just called Battle Angel back at
Yeah,
back
it
then.
was just called Battle Angel.
Yeah,
It
and I
wasn't
was
called
like,
Alita.
yeah, and I was like, maybe I'll take this out, and I never did.
Well, one funny thing, I always got Battle Angel confused with oh god,
Neogenesis.
Bubblegum Crisis. That's what I got confused of. But
no, with
yeah.
the
For some
the
reason.
one that they made live action with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that's
they're
very different.
very similar.
No, there are some similarities here. There
Yeah,
are.
because you got the android and she's like badass, and I assume that she like stopped doing that and became a fucking cop.
And
Yeah.
she's searching for who she is.
Yeah, it's
I
the
mean,
same-
there's a lot
yeah,
of common
a lot of
themes in
similarities.
I think, yeah, there are.
Well,
there's
Ghost-
also the hacker too.
Well, I feel like Ghost in the Shell was like way more serious.
Oh yeah,
Wait, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Ghost in the Shell
this-
is more serious.
But I
because-
always thought they were the same
has-
characters.
I mean, still, there are notes of seriousness. It's not a jokey movie
no.
at all.
Well, but there was no romance in Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, I mean, I get you on that.
It was about people getting hacked and fucked up and.
And there's a little bit of hacking.
There-
Like
there is that in here.
In Ghost in the Shell, they had the I forgot what they called him, but he was the hacker. They called him
The
something
Laughing
else.
Man.
Yeah,
Was that him? Yeah.
It was, yeah.
There's an element of that in this, and you actually see who this is because he becomes like
You know what?
a figure.
I understood the robots and cyborg stuff in Ghost in the Shell from the movie with ScarJo, which wasn't a good one, better than I liked the world building in this.
I guess to be fair though, in Ghost in the Shell, that was like there were major plot points to like for her what it meant to be like a person,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that wasn't in Battle Angel. From what I remember, like the anime, like for her it was like a huge point of like her like living like. Am I
So-
really still a person, or if you
So
can't really see
There-
your own
there-
brain?
there's-
Okay,
so-
in
there's
Battle-
some of that in here.
I will say in Battle Angel, it's more about who she was before she was found versus in Ghost in the Shell, she was asking existentials what it
Yeah.
means to be human
It's way deeper.
and what it means to
That's what I'm
be
saying.
like
They did a better job
sentient.
with that too.
They-
But Battle Angel is more about what her past was versus existential existence questions.
The question that they ask in alternate carbon about because you can upload your fucking consciousness into a different body and you can do it over and over and live for hundreds of years, and it comes to the point where it's like what makes you a human, and that's kind of what resonates with Ghost in the Shell. It's like
Yeah.
what makes you human, like
Yeah.
what
I get it.
You get a little bit of. I feel like you only get a little bit of that in Alita. It's
That's it.
more about where she's from, how she came to be, why she's so good at fighting, things like that. And you
But
get,
they
you
allude,
get a bit
they
of that.
allude to it even with the doctor's, daughter that
Oh, yeah.
passed away. I mean, there's some of that in there. It's just, I don't know. The execution, devil's in the details, but the execution just wasn't fucking there. The other thing I'm going to point out, though, too, this movie, China and Japan may save it, but it ain't doing well box office wise. It certainly ain't setting
Yeah,
the fucking
it
world
made like
on fire.
$27 million. I think they opened, or maybe a little more than that.
Dude,
I think when
fucking-
I first looked at it, it was $27 million.
Yeah, I think for the
I think Broly made
fourth-
more than that.
Yeah, I mean, right domestically, it's looking at 42 million when I looked earlier
Yeah,
today.
that's not good. But
And this is on a budget of 170 to 200 million.
Yeah.
That's abysmal. Again,
Well-
China and Japan may save some of it.
Well, and also just, I mean, Prodigy always has his opinion. So does Old Ninja. If you look at Rotten Tomatoes, when it first came out, it was not certified fresh. It was rotten. And then like a couple days after it came out, the weekend after it came out, it was certified fresh by 60%, and it always maintained a 93% audience fresh score. So,
Audience score is one thing.
and everybody that I know that watched it, except for you, liked it.
So
Those
far,
people are shitty.
Oh,
All of them.
wow.
And I'll tell you this. So even on the
Talking about my
critics,
niece, though, I'm about to fucking stab you.
all of them have shitty movie opinions. On the critic side, though, the average is a 6 out of 10. And it got fresh, but a 6 out of 10. That's what they're giving.
I'm gonna say the word of mouth on this movie is strong. Like when I left, I was confused. I knew that I liked it, but it was hard for me to say why because there was issues with it. Like I said, her relationship with the doctor was weird, and like certain things I had to suspend my disbelief, like the doctor fucking being a hunter killer.
Did you get anything from Jennifer Connelly on this?
I just want. Ooh,
She showed her titties?
Oh,
No, no,
she did, but
she looked bad in some lingerie.
she showed some absolute territory though.
She did.
So what's your rating for the movie?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Here we
Old
go.
Ninja. What you got?
I like this more than Venom. I'm
we
gonna
go.
say that.
What you got?
I'm gonna give this a 7.
7.0?
Yeah, 7.0.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a 4.5 at the highest. Me going in with low expectations. Some of the worst writing of a big budget movie I've seen in a long.
What did you say? 4.7?
4.5. God damn it, no higher.
You're
Oh,
on
you
that.
got the.
Yeah, I got it up. What you said 7?
7.0.
Let me see what you got for Venom. Oh yeah, you gave it a better review. You gave Venom a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this
Might just more than Venom.
Venom is way more fun.
What did you give? What did you
yeah.
give Venom? Do you remember?
7 something. It was in the 7. I did not give it an 8, even though
God
Old Ninja likes to pretend that I fucking loved it and gave it a fucking.
You're the
award
one who's
and
all,
shit.
oh, Tom Hardy puts budget seats.
Dude,
I had
it
fun
ma-
with
it
Venom.
made-
This
it
is
made
Spider-Man's
great-
greatest movie.
Oh come! I never said that. I said Spider.
You might as well.
I said Spider Verse.
You said Spider-Man. Spidey had a great. Hold on. What am I
You better rewind that tape,
Hold
goddamn.
on, let me see
Rewind
this.
the tape, man.
See, Spider Verse was really good.
Spider Verse was great, but yeah, Venom was fun. It had errors as well.
Wait,
This ain't good.
kind of jumping back to Jesse.
Jesse.
Jesse. Apparently
Call him
the
Toby.
reason why he chose the two guys, the Nigerian guys, to attack him is because they were going to be going back home the next day, back to
Wow.
Nigeria.
That's a conspiracy like a motherfucker.
This is coming from TMZ.
TMZ, they break more truth than
Yeah.
anything else, man.
But I hate TMZ though.
No,
How come they hate TMZ?
but then like
Because it's trash TV usually.
They are-
It's
I
just-
mean,
it's about
yeah.
shit that. I mean, this is obviously a decent deal, but they tell about the Kardashians and shit that doesn't really fucking matter.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
celebrity gossip bullshit.
yeah, they're part
Yeah.
of the problem.
Yeah.
If you ever watch their show, it's pretty fucking trashy.
Yeah.
However, they do break some solid news, which is fucked up.
But then like they show images of hate letters that was sent to the Fox studio, and who the fuck cuts out letters from a goddamn magazine and paste out
yeah,
your hate
That's what
messages?
they used to do back in the day.
They were thinking that he did that too.
Who
and
the
it's just
fuck-
Like, damn.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that. Holy
Yeah.
shit, man.
They're saying they're trying to figure out that he's in connection with that.
God damn, what a psychopath.
Like,
Holy fuck.
this is like it's like a ransom letter. Like it says you will die, black fag.
He's yeah.
Wait, so he did that shit?
Apparently he might have. They're investigating that. That's fucking crazy.
Okay. Where y'all want to go?
Let's talk about. I'll talk about New Dawn, Far Cry New Dawn.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. So Far Cry does a really cool thing the past couple of years. I think it's like 3 years running, or 3 games running anyway. They have like a 0.5 of their games. So when Far Cry 3 came out, it was a great game. They came out with. Hold on, real quick. Look, give me a drink.
Blood Dragon
the
is what
top.
he's going to mention.
Blood Dragon. Oh, the 80s game?
No,
the
the one
arcade
to the
game?
right. Yeah.
I never even played that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Oh, you didn't play that?
That was
No, I saw it and I was like, what the fuck is this? I was-
Yeah, Blood Dragon was like one of the greatest games of all fucking time. I'm sorry, it really was. Like, if you're a fan of the 80s movies, it's fucking awesome. No,
See,
no, no,
that
no.
was the problem. I thought it was a movie, and people were saying it was a game,
It's a can.
and I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this.
it's not a
I'm just
beer.
gonna say fuck off with it, and I did.
No.
I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's like playing Predator and basically every 80s action movie ever with like lasers and shit.
Hell yeah.
Neon. Then hold on a second.
He's a lot of fucking soda there, man.
Trying to get his soda.
Trying to get.
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
soda or bird?
We're coming right back to Far Cry. New
Oh,
Dawn.
the true stuff. Yeah.
true.
Yeah, truth. Far Cry.
Yeah, so then Far Cry 4 came out, and then there was a Far Cry basically 4.5, and it was Primal. And I didn't even know that. Primal was basically, it was the same map, but it was so not the same.
Was that a $60 or was that a $40?
I think it was 60, but it was a full game. Like, it was long.
Okay.
But apparently they recycled the same map, but you were in, like, prehistoric times.
Gotcha.
And I fucking love that game. It was really good. And then, so, obviously, Far Cry 5 came out, and now it's Far Cry New Dawn. So at the end of Far Cry 5, there's a nuclear apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
And so after, what are you doing?
I'm showing Prodigy. I'll show it in a second.
So after the apocalypse, this is like 17 years later, and on the same basic map, you're trying to bring up like survivors after the apocalypse, and you have two new villains, and it's like they're twin African American females.
Okay.
And so it's like, to me, it was like, this is cool, like different villains. You know what I mean? And they're pretty fucking crazy.
Help me out. I finished
Black
Far Cry
females.
5. Was Far Cry 5? That was modern times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What was
In
the one that was
America,
like?
Hope County.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
What was the one that was in like the
Shit.
back in the day with dinosaurs and shit or
That was
whatever?
Primal.
Primal, yeah.
Yeah, and I like that one a lot. So if you want to borrow, you can. But yeah, this one it's been pretty cool. Like, people were trying to compare it to Fallout 7 or to Fallout, which it's not like Fallout, like at all. So it's basically it's Far Cry, but with a twist. So you don't have money, but you do. So instead of having money, you get like, you have to pick up components and like wire and shit. So when you want to like buy like ammo, you buy it with like wire.
Yeah,
And
parts
you have to
shit.
craft all your guns. You can't buy them. You have to craft them.
Anything carry over from the original game in
Uh,
terms of your guns and?
Well, the guns kind of carry over. But they just look different. They look like, like post-apocalyptic.
Okay.
But they work kind of the same.
Cool.
Except for there's one exception, and it's a huge exception. It's the saw blade gun.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
amazing. It's like the most. It's hella fucking fun.
Super OP.
Yeah. You can fucking blow up with it. Even though I'm not using it right now because I usually play stealthy.
Mm.
But when I get the next one, I'll probably start using it again because I'll probably stop doing stealthy shit. Because for right now, all my shit is stealth.
Okay.
So I use like sniper rifle that's fucking silence and shit like that. But it's
Bow and arrow.
yeah. Well, actually, I didn't use bow and arrow for like the longest time because
wow.
from the get go you can get silenced weapons.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was kind of cool. And one of the things that I like about this game is that if you're familiar with the Far Cry games, is that they have like this outpost system. And so usually in Far Cry games, when you defeat an outpost, like you're done with the outpost, right?
Yeah.
But in this one, so you have like your main base is called Providence, and you need ethanol basically to like upgrade it and shit like that.
Okay.
And so when you take over an outpost, you actually get more ethanol depending on how stealthy you do.
Oh.
So you can just go in and wreck shop and you still get a decent amount of ethanol. But if you go through like stealthily and have like no alarms and nobody attacks you,
Yeah.
you get almost double, if not double.
And I'm sorry. And you use ethanol to?
It's to upgrade your base.
Oh, your home. Okay, gotcha.
And it's also to upgrade like your gun. So in this one, like to get better guns, it's not like a traditional like tier tree. You have to get ethanol to upgrade like the station, like the gun station.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that dynamic is way fucking different.
All right.
And so after you defeat like an outpost, you have the option to scuttle it. So once you scuttle it, you'll get like ethanol back from the base, like additional ethanol.
Yeah.
And then the enemies will reoccupy it, but with harder enemies.
Oh.
So it makes it so you want to go back and keep playing it again and again and again,
Nice.
and it's always harder enemies. So I thought that was pretty dope. You kind of get superpowers at one point in the game,
Good
so
shit.
that was pretty cool. Like you get like special powers and shit. I'm liking it so far. I like the villains, even though they're not great, but they're good because they're crazy, and it's cool to see like two black chicks kicking ass, post-apocalyptic, being leaders. You know.
Help me out with this. You're playing as one of the black chicks, and then the other is an NPC, or?
No. The black chicks, they're the villains.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed
Yeah,
that.
they're
Okay.
like Voss level of crazy kind of
Oh,
like
shit.
villains. Yeah, like
Nice.
right from the get go, they're fucking everybody up.
Okay, who are you playing as?
You're playing as just some random guy. He's a kind of like a captain underneath like this guy named Rush, and Rush is like a leader of like kind of building up, like human society.
Gotcha.
And then the two black chicks, they're like leading the villains, like just trying to wreck shop everywhere.
Were the two black girls? Are they part of like followers of what was his name?
No, but he's in it. He's
Okay.
talking about I forget his name, but he's
Seed?
part of
Seed?
yeah, Seed. John Seed.
Joseph?
Seed. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is. And he's the leader of New Eden. And New
Okay.
Eden's in this.
Oh,
and
shit.
so is Joseph Seed. He's in it too. But it's 17 years later. So they were like kids when the bombs went off.
That motherfucker survived the nukes.
He did. And he survived a lot of shit.
God damn.
There's other folks in this that survived the nukes too. Like Herc survived. The pastor survived, and like that one black chick that was like a badass sniper.
Yeah.
But now she's blind.
Okay.
So
All
yeah,
right.
it's kind of crazy. I'm enjoying it so far. It's definitely worth $30-$40 that you have to pay for it. They say it's like an 8-hour game, but you can easily extend that out, especially through doing the outpost missions. And then also have what's called expeditions, where you go fly to different areas that are not on the map,
Okay.
and you have to get like a bag that's full of supplies. And once you grab it, like a few seconds later, I think it's like maybe 30 seconds later, a GPS locator goes off in the bag, and everybody knows who you are. So the enemy knows who you are like immediately. So you have to fucking run for your life to get to back to the helicopter. You have to wait for the helicopter. It's fucking crazy.
Can I still get my my cheeseburger bear? to fuck people
No,
up?
no, but you can get a boar.
Oh, okay.
So
that's
the
good.
boar is basically like cheeseburger.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, what's
Fucking
cool
tank.
is you can play a co-op, which I haven't played yet, on
Oh,
basically
shit.
throughout the whole game.
You should have led with that.
Yeah.
No, that sounds dope, man.
Yeah,
and I'm seeing good reviews on it. I see like 72 at least on Metacritic, which ain't bad for a $40 game.
Yeah, that seems fair. I mean, I'm definitely. I mean, I'm liking it. I think probably the reason why I got a low-ish score is because, first of all, it's not that long, and then secondly, I mean, they're basically just reskinning shit
map.
in the game,
Yeah.
and yeah, the map is just reskinned, and so are like the guns. You know,
That's
but they're still fun.
And they were fun in 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
What game was this?
Far Cry 5
Far Cry
Dawn.
New Dawn. Yeah. It's not called Far Cry 5 New Dawn. It's Far Cry New
Oh,
Dawn.
I'm sorry. My fucking bad.
And what's your rating of it so far? Oh, you want to wait?
No. I mean, I could give it I give it 8.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
right.
I'm really enjoying it. Like really enjoying it. Like just running around, fucking shit up, seeing how like the landscape changed since Far Cry 5 to like post-apocalyptic shit has been really cool, and like having 2 crazy new villains that are not. I think it was like their response to being criticized for having white people as like the villains.
Which was crazy.
Which was crazy. But in this one, like I feel like they went out of their way to be like more diverse.
Okay.
Because like the 2 villains, they're black, and then like some of the people that help you, like the 2 of the main ones, they're one is Asian, one's like mixed Asian.
I feel like that was unfair criticism though, because
Yeah.
both 3 and 4 had main villains that were not white guys,
Yeah.
and those were great games, and everybody loved them, and it wasn't a big deal at all.
People are just butthurt about shit. Like white people can't be villains. Like get the fuck out of here.
on now.
Yeah, get the
Well,
fuck out of here.
it sounds kind of dope that there's 2 black female villains. Like you don't really see that too often with games.
is
Yeah,
rare.
no.
It is rare.
you
Did you
So
play
I-
this? Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say I just created a new tab on the movie game review or movie reviews that we have, and I added one for gaming because we never really kind of keep track of that.
Yeah,
we
we're
do
all
not
over
keep
the
No,
place.
we don't.
So I created that.
Oh,
Okay, for
Old
sure.
Ninja, get in here. Did you play the Resident Evil 2 DLC?
So I played
Ghost
a little.
Survivors?
Yeah, I played 2 out of the 3 stories. I haven't finished them. They're actually pretty fucking tough. I guess there's so the 2 that I played, they have new enemies.
Are these what if scenarios?
It feels like So I'm gonna definitely say yes, because if you play Claire's storyline, I'm gonna spoil part of this, but there's a character that steals. It's the police chief. He steals Sherry, and you go to the orphanage. Apparently, that's not in the original game. Well, in that instance, he dies by Birkin. In the scenario called, I think, The Runaway, the girl who looks like Paris Hilton, she kills him. She stabs him through the neck because he tries to inject her with something, and she stops him, and she's trying to get back to her boyfriend, I guess. And you wake up. It looks like she was the person that was on the slab. When you get that far in the game, you'll know.
Oh, yeah, in the morgue.
Yeah, so I guess that's it's in the orphanage. There's a person on the slab, but
Okay.
she gets up and you play as her. They add what they call pale face. They look like these like giant like. I guess if you've ever seen the X-Files, there's the lukewarm guy or the lukeworm guy, whatever. They look like giant, like, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like kind of like the xenomorph.
Over here.
They're like the xenomorphs with no eyes, kind of type thing. But
He looked like a man.
yeah, yeah. So they can only be killed with high caliber rounds, which is fucked up because you don't get a lot of them. And when you start, you only get like 3 or 4 bullets, and there's like 3 of them. If you do not kill them with a headshot with high caliber, then you can slow them down with regular bullets, but they will still be alive. They just will stop, fall over, and they'll get back up, and they regenerate. So it's kind of an issue. They also incorporated like a different kind of looting system because there's no item box, and I guess you can't save.
Oh, in the DLC at all?
In the DLC,
right.
no. So you have to like kind of run through it. So what they do is they have certain zombies will have a backpack, and you have to kill them to get what's in the backpack to get to the next area.
Oh, it's like Dora the Explorer.
I guess, yeah. But with zombies, yeah, you got
Almost made me spit out my beer.
yeah,
Almost made me spit my yak.
yeah, you got to kind of like. So, for instance, in the orphanage, you need to kill the zombie with the backpack to get the key to get out.
Okay.
Once you get out, there's another zombie with a backpack. He has a flamethrower in his backpack, and he has a key for you to get to the next area. Granted, every time you see a zombie with the backpack, he's going to be surrounded by some type of enemy. So the one in the orphanage, he's surrounded by one of the pale faces. When you go outside, the one with the backpack, he's surrounded with the dogs. And then the one after that, he's surrounded by a horde of zombies. So you have to like use the flamethrower to like burn them up to get to the dude with the backpack. They also have a vending machine. The vending machine is kind of like the loot. It's like a loot box. When you get to the vending machine, you can only pick one item. There's always
none of those
items.
worked in the regular game.
Yeah, well, you can only pick one. You have to make a choice. So you can either pick, a flash grenade or high caliber rounds or whatnot. Once you get one, then you lose access to it. Then you have to go. There's so far I've only ran into a handful of them because there's not a lot, obviously. But
I heard this was short, but you making it sound like it was pretty long.
no, it's not. I mean, so far it's just tough. I don't think they're long. It's just it feels like a race to get through, and there's a lot of enemies.
Are you liking this?
So far, it's pretty tough. Yeah, there's a training mode.
You keep saying it's tough. Are you liking it?
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
I like it. I mean, it's like
it's
playing.
tough.
Yeah, but it's
Like
like
it, but it's
playing.
tough.
It's like playing the original game with just different people.
Okay.
So you gotta, change up your strategy a little bit. The second one I played, you're a dad who lost his kid, and you start off in a gun shop.
Oh, that's from Leon's story.
Yeah, and you gotta run to the police station, but they have these zombies. If you kill them, they shoot out poison gas.
Gotcha.
So if you get too close, you get sick, and you will start coughing, which will fuck up your aim. If you're aiming and you cough, you'll lose your aim, and you gotta go back to your stance, and you can fucking get caught and die. So, and he's kind of chubby, so he's a little slow.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting.
Makes sense.
Just shoot himself. Get it
Yeah,
over
that's all.
Damn.
with.
There's a third one I have
You're
not
fat,
tried
you
yet.
can't, you cough, and you can barely shoot. Fucking end it. It's just zombie apocalypse.
It's
All
all
bad.
bad.
All bad.
Oh man, but yeah. So far, I'm liking it. So far, I got to play the last one. I guess you're an Umbrella operative in that one, so
Oh, that
we'll
sounds
see.
like fun. You still on that Ace Combat?
I am, but I haven't played over the weekend. That's because I was in Vegas, y'all.
How was Vegas, man?
Drunk Lou.
It was a lot of fun. It wasn't as fun as my bachelor party, and so one of my rules was I told myself
Hold on, no bags of coke.
no bags of coke. I tried, but nobody wanted to do it. But no, but I told myself I wouldn't go to Vegas with like a significant other just because it's not the same as when you go with your boys. But this time around, I went with my my significant other and her friends.
And it wasn't the same?
And yeah, like when we first got to the hotel, I'm like, look, we got to have a drink, y'all. We got to start this fucking party off right. They're like, oh no, let's go to the hotel. Let's go to our room first and drop off our bags and kind of change and shit. I'm like, change?
Wrong answer.
What?
Drop it-
The bar is right there next to the check-in after you get your fucking card. Like, let's go get a drink. So they go up and like everybody gets ready and stuff like that. We go back downstairs. I'm like, all right, let's get a drink. It's like, no, let's eat. I'm like, come on, Blue needs a fucking drink. But overall, it was. I mean, I still had a good time. Like we saw the Backstreet Boys, and
I was about to say y'all saw shows and musicals and shit, huh?
well, we only saw that. But
Hey, we saw titties. I'm just saying, we saw a lot of titties.
a whole lot of titties, but a whole lot of money was spent.
Oh, yeah, it was.
You saw Backstreet minus Timberlake though, right? He ain't with them.
No, yeah.
Oh no, wait, is that the wrong? That's
That's
NSYNC.
wrong, yeah,
I
it's
fucked
NSYNC.
up my band,
Yeah.
boy band.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it's
that
all
that
good.
proves that you're a straight male. So it's all good. But I
no-
knew that. My bad.
It was funny because their performance was. I mean, it was entertaining. Like I've seen them back in the day, like back in like high school. I watched them, and I mean their show was pretty interesting to watch or entertaining to watch. But like watching it, I was like, man, these guys are fucking old. Like,
They gotta be in their 50s, right?
well, no, so the oldest one is 47, and like the youngest is 37.
Jeez, they must have been only a few years older than us back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
37. What? They
So-
were younger than me then.
yeah. Only one. All the other ones are like 44, 45.
Okay, yeah, okay,
Just
that
the
makes
one like Aaron Carter or Nick Carter or whatever the fuck
Oh,
his name
yeah,
is.
okay.
The youngest one
Still
is real.
not that much older.
No.
No. Yeah, they're not that far away from us. But it's just, it was a pretty good show, and it was fun, and like the whole audience was nothing but women aren't my age, and so it was pretty. And I kept joking around and saying that like the oldest one is 47's Kevin with the long black hair or whatever, and I kept screaming out his name like, oh my God, Kevin, like, I love you, I love you.
You throw your panties on stage?
I was gonna throw my $30 on his page.
Damn.
But the place where it was at, they made like the guy like I got like a souvenir cup, and the bartender was like, there's not many dudes here. I'm gonna hook you up. So
Damn, he felt
I got
sorry for your ass.
he gave me more Jameson than ginger ale.
There
And
you
so
go.
yeah, like I was feeling myself. But yeah, the sweetness wasn't prepared to meet Super Drunk Blue.
Oh shit.
But
like,
she's seen him before.
Yeah, she's seen him before, but she was kind of on that level too.
Oh boy.
But like I was like dancing on the streets.
Oh, shit.
I was like, so we were inside the Caesar Palace and we were like leaving, and I was super fucking drunk. I'm like, I'm gonna have some fun. I'm just gonna like wave at random ass people. So like there'd be people, all the stores are closed because there's like a shopping center. All the stores are closed. But whenever I would see like an employee in there, I would like knock on the window and like just wave at them. So many people were goddamn confused by that. They're like, "You want to come in? We're closed. We're closed." I'm like, "No, I just want to say hi. Hi." This one woman gave me the dirtiest stank eye I've ever got my whole life. Like she looked at me and was like, "Die, motherfucker!" Like she had so much hate in her
I
eyes.
just
It
thought it
was,
was Vegas, bitch.
yeah, it was.
This is where
it
you
was
work.
fucking
This is where I
crazy.
get drunk and I go home.
But this was the sweetest first time going, and she didn't get to experience the full strip. Like we probably went to like
Oh,
maybe
no.
4 hotels.
That's it?
Yeah,
fuck?
like we barely walked a block. Like I tried telling her like there's so much more to Vegas, but like
South End and North
she didn't
End?
really want to walk that
You
far.
gotta go to I like going to Fremont Street.
Yeah.
That shit's fun. It's way fucking cheaper.
Yep.
So if you're on a budget, that's a tip for the day.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on a budget, go to Vegas, go to Fremont Street.
One of the crazy things though is with Vegas, it's like we ate at a buffet. God damn, it was so fucking expensive.
Yeah, that's why you go to Fremont Street.
Dude, this buffet was $60 a person.
Yeah.
Damn, you got to go to the one that's $30 per
Yeah,
person.
there are
That's-
cheaper ones. You
Yeah,
gotta
no,
know
there's
where to
cheaper.
go.
Like we went to Wicked Spoon for my bachelor party, and that was pretty expensive and stuff too. But like, I was like $60. God damn. And the food was all right. Like,
but you were drinking at the buffet too. Like
This
extra
was
shit.
no, I wasn't. They offered drinks, and I was like, you know what? I had a whole lot to drink the day before, so I'm gonna let my liver have a little break.
So like, fuck it, let's keep drinking.
God.
I should have, because I think they charged $15 and it was open bar.
Oh, that's not bad. That's very reasonable.
That was like really reasonable.
Yeah.
That can get you in serious trouble.
Yeah,
Shut if I could.
I didn't know like the secrets of Las Vegas until I had a job there for like 2 weeks.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it was, like back in like 2007, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe it's 2008. I don't know. But I had a job in there for 2 weeks. I was working for, it was actually the county of, not like it's Las Vegas County, whatever county Las Vegas is in.
Yeah.
I had a job to do installation for like Wi-Fi for like all their schools.
Oh, nice.
So it was like elementary schools and shit.
Yeah.
And so it's crazy because like obviously we had to wait for the elementary schools to like to get out of school.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to start at 3 and we got off at 11. And that's like
crazy hours.
No, but that's like perfect for fucking Vegas.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
3 to 11.
Yeah.
You get off working, you get fucked up, and
Party.
you sleep until fucking what 2?
Yeah.
And then you drive to the next job. It's just like, dude, it was fucking. I had so much fun.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Man. That's and you were. It was just you.
It was just me.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
yeah, just
that's
me. I mean, I hang out with my coworker every now and again, but yeah, it's basically just me going Fremont Street, Strip, whatever, getting fucked up. So
Learning.
yeah.
I think that the next time, because the sweetness says like, she's like Vegas is like, I'm like,
She needs to go again.
we gotta go again, and we'll go and have fun.
Well,
Go to a real show.
You should see all the fucking hotels at least. I mean,
Yeah,
some of
like
those
we hit
hotels
up
are
like the
badass.
Cosmo. We hit up.
You gotta go when it's warm and go to a pool party.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
those
dude,
are
oh man, the weather there was fucking weird. Like I've been to Vegas, I went to Vegas one time, and it was like 125 degrees in the fucking shade, and all of a sudden it just started raining out of fucking nowhere. Like lightning struck the ground like in front of our car.
Damn.
And then it was raining like crazy and just stopped, and like it was almost like there was no more cloud. There was no clouds in the sky. But in Vegas, like clouds were like thick, like you can see the fucking rain coming, but it never actually made it to Vegas. Dude, it was fucking
with
weird.
2 C's?
Yeah, thick with 2 C's.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so we hit up like we stayed in a Mirage. We hit up Cosmo. We hit up Caesar Palace.
Did you go to Burger?
No, we didn't go to Burger.
Place is fucking good, man.
Well, yeah, no, we didn't. Cause at Caesar Palace they have another Gordon Ramsay location there, but like we didn't really go anywhere fancy to eat. Like we ate in a hotel, and I'm like, nah, we got to get out and eat someplace. But yeah,
y'all.
They did it wrong.
Yeah,
you
y'all
could
did it
tell.
wrong. Yeah.
Kronos getting mad at him.
Yeah.
Like, what
Well,
are you doing?
I was getting like there was a perfect fucking bar inside the hotel, and we went in there. We're like, all right, we're gonna go in here and have a fucking drink, and they were like, oh, sorry, we're closed. We're like, I look at my watch, I'm like, it's 11 fucking o'clock. How the hell are you closed? They're like, yeah, we're closed. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like I can understand not going to titty bars, even though it's fun as fucking Vegas. But there's plenty of other shit to do in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Like one of the best things about Vegas, if you've never experienced this shit in your life, you need to experience this shit in Vegas. Is going out and drinking for so fucking long they lose track of time, and all of a sudden you walk outside and the fucking sun is coming up and you're still drinking.
And you can drink outside.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
walk straight outside. You're just like, fuck it, will you drink? Keep drinking. Go to the next fucking hotel, whatever. Have some more drinks. Gamble a little. If you gamble a little bit. It's fun as fuck. You just lose track of time.
Dude, it was so funny. So I bought one of those fucking. I brought a yard of a fucking like a hurricane.
Yeah.
Half yard.
A half yard. I brought a half yard of a hurricane, like one of those like slushy thingies, and like everybody else got like little like, cause that's I think it was like 36 ounces or whatever, and they brought like little 12 ounces. I finished my fucking 36 ounce before they even were halfway done with their little 12 ounces, dude.
Damn.
Like I went there with a fucking purpose.
Blue goes hard.
But fucking another quick story. So like everybody was like going to bed, and like they're like the water in the hotel is like $15, some shit like that. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go downstairs and go to like Walgreens to buy some water for all of us. So I go down to the hotel, or I go down and get water. I'm like, fuck, I should get water and Gatorade. So I'm like holding Gatorades, and I have the water bottles in my hand, and a fucking water bottle fell out of my hand and landed on my fucking toe and fucked up my toe.
Oh Jesus.
Break a bone in your foot.
I didn't break a bone, but like the next day when I took my sock off, like my sock had like hella blood on it.
God
Damn.
But on my way back from Walgreens to the hotel, I decided to stop by one of the casinos and got myself a double Jack and Coke, and had that. I finished that before I even got up to the room. So
God
that's how Blue Row.
Oh, we should. You know what? We need to go back to Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if there ain't no bachelor party, let's just go for going.
we
Well,
should
I've been
go
thinking
together.
about maybe doing a bachelor party reunion.
Birthday's
we go.
when is
A
it?
mock-
Part
In
two.
April?
A mock
March?
bachelor party.
My birthday's in April.
April. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Maybe we should.
Should go in the summer.
We
Fuck
should
it.
organize it. Marvel has or Netflix has some big news.
Man, all
Well,
kinds of
news we
shit.
already knew.
Yeah,
That
we
was
knew it
it.
was
Bad
coming.
news.
Jessica Jones and what was it? Punisher
Punisher.
now.
Yeah, got canceled.
Gone.
We
So
already
that's
know.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we have a little bit of hope. The president of Hulu said he's willing to pick up all the shows that Netflix dropped. And
But no,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, didn't they drop because of Disney?
Yeah, but this is what I was gonna say. Hulu and Disney are still a thing.
Oh, okay.
So
Now, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, so don't quote me on it. But I thought that there might have been. I thought I read something about there being like a 2-year waiting period because of.
yeah, that's what they say. But money's money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
I don't know how it works, but if we get them back, great, because we all are familiar with these shows in this universe already.
Yeah, but
It'd be
fuck Hulu
interesting.
though.
And most of the shows are great.
Yeah.
One is just okay.
Yeah.
You know, most of the shows.
Well,
are
I
great.
mean, you guys liked Iron Fist season 2.
Season
Oh
two
yeah,
is-
season
season
2
two
is way
is
better.
yeah.
You know?
Oh,
Shit, I can't remember if I finished it or
speaking of
not.
which, apparently
Oh, you did.
Jessica Jones season 3 is still going to drop on Netflix.
Is that happening this year?
Yeah, apparently it's supposed to be this year. I didn't see the drop date, but it will air on Netflix before everything's gone. Because right now, you can still watch all of it.
Oh, of course.
They're not being pulled as of yet, but it probably will once Disney Plus drops.
Well, see, can you buy these on DVD or Blu-ray? Because this is what pisses.
I don't know. That's a
So
good question.
this is what pisses
Well-
me off about like DRM. This is what I already got bit by. I don't like. This is the reason why I buy shit on physical copies. This is I don't trust DRM shit. All right. If you don't know what DRM is, it's digital rights management. So it's basically where you have something, but there's a check that a check has to be done over the internet to verify that you purchased this product, right?
Yep.
And I got fucked over by it by Zune, by my Zune, right? Because they used to have Microsoft Music, Zune Music, or whatever. And once they went away, all the shit that I had from Zune was done.
Which is fucked up because Microsoft is a huge billion-dollar company.
Yeah, and it just kept that fucking money. I mean, there's some shit that I downloaded and I got, but there's some stuff that I bought but I didn't download.
Yeah.
Right, but after the servers are down, like you're fucked. So I have a problem when so CBS All Access, like when they had Star Trek come out, it took them like almost a year for the Blu-rays to come out. I'm like,
Yep.
what the fuck? Like for real? Like it should be like a month, 2 max.
Yeah.
After the fucking show is done, like the season's done, that you come out with the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
That way people can purchase that shit. But you couldn't purchase it anywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Not even digitally.
And this is the same problem with like Netflix shows. Like it's very difficult to purchase Netflix shows
I think
on some sort of physical media. Like Stranger Things is like one. There's a few
yeah, it's
other
only
ones
one
too.
I can think of.
But
Maybe
it's
House
not
of
very many.
Cards.
I
Yeah,
thought
House
Orange
of
is,
Car-
maybe
House of
Orange
Cards
is
is
the
the
new
first.
black too.
Yeah,
Like, some of their
yeah.
top
They're
ones.
big story. They're big ones.
But
Yeah.
there needs to be a DRM free purchase option
I agree.
that needs to be on Netflix where I can download it and I can have it basically forever. I mean, you're just getting pirated anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you guys already know that shit. So stop saying that, oh, we want to stop pirating. You're never going to fucking stop that shit. All right, you need to have purchase options for people like me that used to be a pirate and I still pirate some shit where I can't get it. So, yeah, just make it so I can purchase it like and keep it for myself.
Yeah.
You know, stop with this bullshit paywall where I have to pay you and you still keep all the rights to this shit. Because like when you pay for CBS All Access, you're just assuming that that's just going to be around forever, but
And
it's
it may
not.
They could pull it at any
Yeah,
moment.
any moment.
Same thing with Netflix. I mean, even though Netflix is super popular now, give it a couple years, something else could come out, and all of a sudden Netflix goes away, and all the shows that you know and love, you may never be able to get in contact with.
But that's also like the same with like the CW shows because if you use the app, like even if you have a cable account, just because you have an account doesn't mean that the content will still be there. So you can't really kind of go back and watch. I mean, you can watch further season, but like it's kind of wishy-washy.
weird.
Some of them are on there, some of them aren't.
So
So
NBC. So I feel like all the big ones do. ABC, NBC, CW do this. You can watch the first, like, I don't know, 5 to 8 episodes or something, and then after they come back from like their winter break or whatnot, then they stop. They let them go. They like take them off the service, and you can only
Yeah.
watch what's running currently.
That's another problem with like these new online services for these networks is that they take shit off. It's like, listen, goddammit, if you have a service and I'm paying for it, you need to have your entire fucking library forever. I'm paying for the upkeep of your fucking servers, bitch.
That was my main reason for the DC
Oh, DC
streaming
Universe?
stuff.
Yeah.
I kept asking. I asked it on the air a million times. I was like, "Do they have all the animated movies?" And I kept
No.
getting these piecemeal, kind of, sort of, maybe later bullshit answers. I was like, "Well, fuck y'all.
Yeah,
you
you-
would have had my money. I would have subscribed had they said from jump, we have all of our animated catalog, all on there, ready to go on day one. Whether you watch Titans or not,
Oh yeah.
here you go."
Because
Yeah, nope.
you know who definitely has your entire library? Every fucking torrent site ever.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fucking free.
Exactly.
and they have
So-
like back catalogs too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you want a Young Justice, you can go back and watch season
Like I
1 and
said,
2.
Yeah, you could.
I am more than willing to pay for your service if you have your entire back catalog where I can pay for, or at least make it so I can pay for it and download it and it's mine.
Yeah.
So I
You know
will.
what I mean?
I will give the CW app credit because you do not need to have a cable provider to
That's
watch their
true.
stuff. You can watch as long as you have literally internet connection. You can watch their shit for free.
But it only goes
no
so
matter
far,
what.
though.
It
So
does
far
only
back.
go so far, but it's still free.
Well,
I don't
'cause-
have to put in some provider or whatever.
Well, it's because they're showing you commercials.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
that's
can
true.
still watch their shit for
That's
free.
a big caveat, though.
Yeah, but I mean, free is free.
But other places they double dip, just
Yeah.
like
Oh.
CBS. You have to pay for CBS All Access. Like the cheapest service is like what, $5 a
$6,
month,
something like
$5 or
that,
$6, and there's still commercials. The higher tier is like $10 or whatever.
Hulu does the same shit.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. That's double dipping. I should not have to pay you and see commercials because you're getting revenue from them too. Go fuck yourself. I will always go with torrents when you do shit like that.
Yeah. Did we already mention, just staying with Disney a little bit, did we already mention Aladdin?
I don't think so.
No, not the new trailer reaction.
Boy, what y'all think it is?
I
What
didn't-
y'all think?
I've only seen pictures. I didn't watch the trailer.
I watched the trailer. This, God. I mean,
You struggling?
because Aladdin is my all-time favorite movie. Not just animated movie, but like movie. Like if you guys got in my car right now and I put on my DVD player, Aladdin would be what we'll be playing on all my fucking monitors in there. Like no doubt, it's in my car right now. The opening for this looks cool and everything, and it sounds fun, and like, you know, it's hard to translate from animation to live action. But when they come to Will Smith as the genie, man, like, so, like earlier, like maybe about a month ago, what was it, Weekly Entertainment or Entertainment Weekly released still images of Will Smith, and people were complaining about like, oh, why isn't he blue? The genie's blue and blah blah blah.
Yep.
This trailer gave us a blue genie, and people were like, what the fuck is this? Like, he looks like shit. He looks like he just joined the Blue Man Group. It looks like he's a fucking avatar from James Cameron's fucking movie. He looks horrible as a genie in blue, but it's just because it's like over CGI. Like it doesn't look natural. But I don't.
It doesn't even, remember Watchmen had Mr. Manhattan?
Exactly,
It
yeah.
doesn't even look as good as that, and that was what, 09? 2010?
Yeah, like you can tell that. First of all, you can tell Will Smith's hair isn't shaved. That he's wearing like a skull cap or what's like the little cap to make him look like he's bald.
Yeah.
Just because like when he moves his head, like his forehead doesn't move or anything. It's really fucking weird. But I don't know. It's just, and it's like he has like muscles and stuff, but they don't look natural on him or anything. It's just fucking weird.
Let me ask you the $1 million question. Is this going to be a live-action Disney adaptation that finally fucking truly flops? Because nobody seems to be enthusiastic about this shit.
It's hard to say because this is a Guy Ritchie film.
It's a Guy Ritchie film?
Yes.
Oh,
this is
no.
by Guy Ritchie.
He has not had a greatest record lately. Cause
He
like,
does
At all.
He does a lot of crazy shit.
Oh, I think I
So-
mentioned it before. He's gonna have that stupid ass Guy Ritchie scene where they do the back and forth thing. That's not gonna work in a fucking Aladdin movie.
Yeah, from Snatch and all
Yeah,
that.
from all his fucking movies, that fucking Guy Ritchie back and forth, it doesn't
Well,
work in every movie.
he
It didn't work
did-
in hold on, what was that name? In the Name of the King.
Yeah,
it was super fucking weird.
Wait. In the Name of the King.
Or
Wait,
Sir
what's-
King Arthur? Or
Well, it wasn't.
I Am King or some shit.
No. What was the? Yeah, it was a King Arthur movie. What was it
Yeah.
called?
It was the one where
Arthur?
he's like a
Yeah.
boxer. He's like, it's like
it was
what the fuck?
Charlie Hunnam's in there.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
I
like
think
wearing
it's-
like normal clothes.
I think
I'm
it's just
like,
called Arthur or something.
Yeah, I think it was Arthur. Yeah, sounds
Whatever.
right.
But he did do the Sherlock Holmes films, which everyone loved. So
You know what? I used to fuck with those with Robert Downey Jr. quite a bit. However, Benedict Cumberbatch did his like BBC one, not
Yeah.
that BBC.
oh,
And those were so much fucking better. Even though that's a TV show, I can't go back to the Robert Downey. I really can't. But yeah,
I'm
this
trying to think. What other live? Because Jungle Book did really
Jungle
well.
Book, Beauty and the
Twice.
Beast. Beauty and the
Yeah.
Beast did $1 billion with a beast.
It was surprisingly
surprising.
good.
That was a huge.
I didn't watch that shit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
I watched it because Emma Watson is she's hot.
Hermione and some dude,
Yeah.
and some fucking beast. I'm like,
hit.
whatever.
Stockholm
dog.
syndrome.
Porno right there.
Yeah, you know why Prodigy
I'll
watch
watch
it.
it.
Bestiality all in
But
your
then like
face.
Maleficent was really good. I mean, I wasn't like a live action movie.
She was taking that
Maleficent was
BBC,
whatever.
that big beast dick.
Yeah.
Big beast cock.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wait, was
Said that wrong.
Maleficent a cartoon?
No, it was
Yeah, it
with
was live action. No, it
Angelina
wasn't.
Jolie.
It was
It was
based
live
off.
action.
It was like a prequel to Cinderella.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Or
right.
no, not Cinderella. Yeah, Cinderella.
Yeah, it's based.
Oh, no, Snow
yeah.
White. Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah,
Sleeping
Sleeping
Beauty.
Beauty. So
Got my princess all
there's a
fucked up.
sequel to Maleficent apparently this year.
What's it
With
called?
Angelina, it's called Maleficent 2.
All right.
I really liked the movie.
I didn't like the first one. I mean, it was cool. It was weird because we
I
talked
hate that
about
fucking
this.
guy though.
I didn't like the fact that they said that she's a fairy. And I'm like, this fairy has horns and like bat wings while everybody else is all like
But they
white.
explained that in the movie.
Yeah, but she does not. The thing is, there's like
She
other
also was like
fairies.
really tall and shit too.
Yeah,
compared to other fairies.
it didn't work out that well. I don't know. I didn't like the film that much.
But hold on. But go back to the question.
Back to Aladdin.
Are y'all saying we're all kind of negative on the fucking trailers themselves? Are you predicting this could be a flop?
No,
No.
I'm not at all. Because you want to know why? Because it's a fucking kids movie.
Yeah.
We remember that shit from the original cartoon.
Yeah.
And that was way before these children were even.
Oh, yeah, that was like 93.
I watched
94?
Aladdin at least once a
when
month.
when their parents were kids.
Yeah.
All right, and so a bunch of kids are gonna go and watch this. They're gonna be amazed.
I think
Okay.
budget wise, it probably would do really well, but I think ratings maybe not so well.
What you got, old ninja?
I agree with Cronus. Like, this is like the Star Wars thing. This has like legacy fans, so there's gonna be like if Blue had kids, he'd take his kids.
I
to
would
go
take
see
my
it.
kids to see
Yeah,
it.
you
Really?
would.
I'm still gonna go see it.
Wow.
You have to.
Really?
just
I
for the
ain't taking my
nostalgia, like
kids
just
this
for
one.
this.
Wait a minute. You haven't taken your kids to watch a shitty movie yet?
No, I've taken them to see plenty of shitty movies.
Yeah.
I ain't taking them to this one. This one looks just awful.
If one of them asked you to go watch the movie, you wouldn't take them?
Nope. I've told them no on plenty of shit that I just disagree
But
with.
they still got time to fix Aladdin, like
Okay.
because most of the genie stuff is probably gonna be CGI,
It's mostly gonna
and it's
be
probably.
CGI.
I mean, it probably be just like the scenes where he's like coming out of the lamp and stuff. Like the other scenes, he probably will have fucking legs and shit, and just be Will Smith, being Will Smith.
I don't know what the budget is, so it's hard to say what an actual flop is. But
Yeah.
I'll bet you they put at least 150 million into this. They'll get their money back. I think it's going to be less than 500 million worldwide, which for these movies ain't that great. At least that's my prediction right now.
What's your prediction?
Less than 500 million.
I want to say it's going to make at least 800 million.
800. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 750. 750.
Oh, y'all high. All right.
Oh,
Dude,
shit.
this comes out Memorial Day fucking weekend.
Let me ask you this: are you higher on this or the quasi live action Lion King?
Ooh.
There ain't no live action. That's goddamn.
That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
it's not live action.
But you know what I'm saying.
I think
That's tough.
Lion King so far, it will still appeal to both generations.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
see.
we haven't seen anything like egregiously bad
Yeah.
for Lion King, so I think Lion King will probably do better.
Okay.
I'm
with that.
Lion King could possibly do $1 billion.
I could definitely see that. I still think that out of all these Disney ones, I don't believe in Dumbo, even though a decent amount of people are going to
that
watch it.
one might.
Well, I'm freaked out about this. That's a Tim Burton movie.
It is.
So Tim Burton goes super dark and macabre, and Dumbo is super depressing, which he's a depressing dude.
What is the
So-
last good Tim Burton movie, though? I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, so everybody has different opinions. I liked the Charlie Chocolate Factory
Charlie and
one.
Chocolate Factory?
I
Yeah.
fucking
How are we
hated
fucking
that one,
related,
dude.
man?
That was
love that
creepy.
one.
Wait,
This
Charlie
is
or
fucking
Willie?
garbage.
But he didn't like
Yeah, the
Alita,
one-
though.
Charlie and Chocolate Factory, the one with the fucking where all the little
The
people
midget-
were the same people.
Oh, that
same
guy
Yeah,
was
yeah,
so
one dude.
fucking
That was
creepy.
fucking
That was
awful.
creepy.
I love
That was
That was
creepy.
awful.
He
Scared
didn't
me
like
and shit.
Alita either, so I'm just saying.
It was trash.
Tim Burton did Alita?
No, just
Oh.
his opinion based.
I'm trying to think.
Oh,
Did
there's
you get
Alice.
Big Fish.
Alice in Big Fish is a good ass movie. That brought Ewan McGregor like a bunch of nomination.
I love
rewards.
both his Batmans. Those were
Oh
solid.
yeah, I like
I
the
was
first
gonna
one
say,
the
didn't he do
best.
Batman?
He
That
did do
was a very long time ago.
It was. I'm trying to
that
think
was in the
of other-
fucking
Oh,
90s.
Alice,
Oh,
Alice in Wonderland. That did really well.
that
Sweeney
wasn't-
Todd and Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
Wasn't that him?
Sleepy
Yeah.
Hollow. Yes, they both were him. But Alice in Wonderland was a little bit more recent. That the first one did really well. The second one didn't do as great. But
We'll see on Dumbo. I'm not sold on Dumbo.
The numbers don't lie. I'm just saying.
He's not way up there. He isn't. And I'm not saying I absolutely love him. Dumbo, I'm not believing in. But I'll tell you what. All of these, all three, Aladdin, Dumbo, and fucking Lion King, all going to fall to Toy Story 4.
Oh yeah, Toy Story 4 might hit $1 billion.
Oh, it's going to go up. I say 1.5 easily.
Yeah.
Because remember, Incredibles 2 went over 1.2 or something.
Oh shit, it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredibles 2 was fucking great.
Yeah.
It was
I
great.
still need to see it.
And you know
It's on
what's crazy
Netflix.
is that Into the Spider-Verse was better, but it got less money.
yeah, I got less
Oh,
money.
way less, yeah.
But
It
it's-
won
it's
awards,
fun,
right?
though. Yeah, it won an award.
But yeah, I think Aladdin will probably do maybe. I want to say half $1 billion.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, about. I'm
I
saying
say opening
750.
weekend they probably do like maybe 200 mil.
I wouldn't be
Probably
surprised.
more
I
than
Wait,
wouldn't
no,
be-
wait.
Wow.
Let me back that up.
That's
Yeah,
high.
you remember this is at
120. They'll
this-
make their money back opening weekend.
This is goddamn Memorial Day weekend. So
Oh yeah, so they'll start. No,
It's a
so,
good weekend.
well, the thing with that is that Memorial Day weekend, they usually will do like, okay, the movie will come out on like Wednesday,
Yeah.
and they'll count that whole entire fucking week.
Yeah,
and
long
so
5-6 day
because
week.
it has a
Yeah.
full run, Mike. Most people have several days off that weekend, so
Are-
a lot of barbecuing.
Are y'all hyped for How to Train Your Dragon though?
No,
fuck yeah,
I'm-
I am.
You're not-
I
I
love
didn't
that
watch the second
franchise.
one, even though I love the
Yeah.
first one. I
Dude, the
watched.
second
I
one
haven't
was
seen-
amazing.
I haven't
I
seen
think
the
we might
second
own
one.
it.
Have I watched it?
I can give it to
It's
you.
when he finds.
I can find it. Don't worry.
It's where I don't want to give it away if you haven't seen it.
I have not seen the second one either. I've seen the first one.
He finds the world of dragons, or the cave of dragons,
Maybe I did watch it.
and he runs into somebody who's like a better dragon trainer than him.
Maybe I gotta watch it again. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of the series. So
It's a great series. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like I forget how much the series has like progressed and gotten even better from a
Yeah.
good start all the way.
It's like up there with Dragon Hunter, or no, Troll Hunter,
Yeah,
because it's
I
like
agree.
same animation style basically.
Now that I'm taking both kids opening weekend, which I think is coming up
I think
this
it's just
weekend.
yeah, it comes out this Friday.
At least either Friday or Saturday. I'm fucking watching
Friday.
that, man. Fucking hype, and it already has some good scores on Rotten Tomato and all that shit. So we'll fucking see.
Well, I didn't know Tim Burton did Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Ooh, that was
What?
kind of trash.
Is
All right,
he
that,
a-
that
I think
goes
he's
more
a
for Kronos'
producer.
point.
yeah. So like I was saying,
I think he's a producer, not director.
You don't want to put your name on that one at all.
Yeah, he's
produce
not-
some garbage.
Yeah, he's
No,
not
it's Eddie.
director.
Oh no, that's Big
He's-
Guy.
No, director.
No, he co-produced.
He's produced. Yeah, he directed the Miss Peregrine's Home for Particular Children.
I didn't see that one.
That
I didn't see
that looked weak.
and that
though.
one
That
had
didn't sell
Samuel.
well?
Yeah, that didn't do very
Yeah,
well.
that
but
was-
it had
yeah, it was-
Sam
it was
Jackson in
garbage.
it too.
It looked trash. Sam will be in any movie.
I've
though.
watched
You know
it.
that.
So
Are y'all seeing these Mortal Kombat 11 like characters drop?
Here we
I
go.
know that they should have had my Lord and Savior Shaggy in goddamn Mortal Kombat 11. That guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The fucking memes that been going on with Shaggy being in Mortal Kombat and him being fucking a god is amazing.
Shaggy don't fucking fight. His ass be
Yeah,
running.
dude, have you seen the video of Shaggy kicking ass?
The only time, no. But
Shaggy,
the only
Shaggy
time-
only
the only
used
time-
1% of his whole entire his powers. If he used anything more than that, the world would fucking be
Shaggy
Shaggy is
destroyed.
Broly.
Shaggy only uses his power if there's food. He will fight your ass for food.
You gotta
That's
watch
about it.
you gotta watch Shaggy's fight scene. He takes out a full bar of a bunch of fucking
that he
biker
does,
dudes
yeah.
Oh my
by
god.
himself.
Easily.
And you should watch it with Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super Ultra Instinct music playing in the background. That shit's
Oh
amazing.
my god.
So what it looks like they're doing with Mortal Kombat is taking out all of the sexiness from some of the female costumes with Jade and
So
Sonya
this
Blade.
is where me and you disagree.
What am I going to say?
I don't give it. Well, you already said it. Taking all the sexiness. I don't give a shit about the sexiness in this game. What I care about is the fucking brutality.
Yeah, blood and
the
guts.
And the brutality is fucking excellent in this shit. From what I've seen so far, God fucking damn, the fatalities and the X-ray moves and shit like that, they're fucking badass. I don't really give a shit about what they're wearing per se. Like this shit doesn't really matter to me.
I love the fatalities. Don't get me wrong. I feel like this has always been a mature game, though. It always has,
Yeah.
and there's never been any full frontal nudity in this ever. It's just
Well,
never been
there was
part
a
of it.
fake one, right? Where like she pulled her.
I think that's
But you
killer.
never see the full.
That's
frontal.
killer.
Yeah.
You,
I
you
think
never
that's Killer
see full
Instinct.
frontal nudity. It's never been a part of it. All it's just been bathing suits. And I don't get the whole Anita Sarkeesian level of we need to self-censor all of a sudden for our 11th game in this franchise for no reason. With
Who
like,
said it's self-censored?
It's 11,
maybe,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe they.
but no, I got a better question. Who was being hurt by it?
Who's being hurt by what?
By any of the bathing suits that were in there previously?
It seems like you were being hurt that they're not wearing bathing suits.
Katana is still looking like in a bathing suit.
It's just like armor-ish.
Jade, I saw earlier, and Sonya Blade. I mentioned those two.
Just
Well,
that's
Jade-
just two. But yeah, I mean, there's Katana still looks like she's in basically a bathing suit.
And
Okay.
Jade's a reincarnated corpse.
She
so-
still had a bathing suit previously. And again, who was hurt by it previously?
So who cares? It's all about fatalities, bro. Don't give a fuck.
I honestly,
fuck.
I have very little problems with her outfit.
But why censor? Why
It's-
do this weird thing of
I don't-
now we have to do this?
No,
we
I
have
don't.
to change.
So I don't get that feeling at all. Like I said, the argument that you're pushing for is the reason why people like Anita Sarkeesian has a platform. I don't
Also-
need the person that I'm playing to look sexy at all.
I hear where you're coming from. Do you recognize that there is a drastic change from the old costumes?
No.
For some characters.
For
For the one you
some-
mentioned, yes.
Well, I mean, maybe from what we've seen, maybe. But there's also variations. Like I said, I just brought up. I looked up Katana, and she's still wearing the same type of deal.
What about Jade and Sonya?
So Jade, she has a little bit more clothing on. It's not a big deal to me. Like I don't feel like she's overly clothed.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
seems like
you
she has
can-
more clothes on.
you can
Well,
still
more
see
clothes. I don't. That
Yeah.
doesn't matter to me. I mean,
what
I don't see the point
show
of this.
show me
what's the point of having? I don't see your point. I guess that's the problem.
Why? My point is, it doesn't seem like for a mature rated game that's had this history of both violence and being in semi-bathing suits being a problem, and now on the 11th version, I'm seeing outfit variations for some of the female characters, specifically Jade and Sonya Blade, that seem to be way more covered up all of a sudden.
They seem
So
to be,
where on this outfit did this hurt you? Just
Where did it hurt before? Like, there was never full frontal nudity.
No. Did
Yeah,
Ed Boon
so?
say something about like he made it a point to cover him up?
I haven't seen an
Okay.
interview where he's saying anything about this.
So I gotta
yet.
be honest, man. I really think you're going too far. I have no problem with them having more clothes. Like I said, what matters to me in a Mortal Kombat game is the brutality in the game.
yeah.
And we will
And
see
the
that.
brutality is there. And I've seen you mentioned two characters, but I showed you one that definitely has a similar type of outfit, and there's variations in outfits. So we'll probably have, which I'm assuming, because in most Mortal Kombat games they have different
Unlockable,
outfits.
yeah.
Sure.
They'll probably have the same old school outfits in the games again. So I think you're jumping the gun, and you're like I said, you're proving the point to people like Arnita.
Oh.
You're saying that why are they taking the sexiness out of this game? To me, the sexiness just should never matter to me.
That wasn't a selling point for sure.
Well, it was in. Hold on. The sexiness or bathing suits period were in the games.
They
I
were-
mean,
but
we're-
yes,
can we
they
at least
were-
admit
but
that?
they were
in
not
the games, but
selling
it was not the
points.
reason why I bought the game.
No. The reason why everybody bought it is because it had fun, realistically looking fighting.
So let's focus on that and not the bathing suits.
But I like the bathing suits.
So
the
then
bathing suits were never a
But
problem.
then, that's what I'm saying, though. You're proving what she's saying is correct.
How?
That you're complaining that they're taking the sexiness out of the game. So you're one
But
of
the sexiness wasn't a problem.
well, it's the
That's
more
what I'm
covered upness is not a problem.
See, to me that
Yeah,
is
see?
though.
You
Like,
know,
that-
where-
that
you
se- that
know,
seems-
Where on
that
this
seems-
garment
that
did this
seems-
hurt you?
problem.
But that seems like
Yeah.
for a mature game, if you want to go down the argument of you have to have more covering up, more clothing on fictional female characters in a mature game, why? I guess.
I'm not saying so. The matureness was not. When I saw M for mature, when I think of Mortal Kombat, I don't think of sexy costumes. I think of brutality.
Okay.
That's it. Like I think if you look at even the ESRB rating for the games, it's not for anything that has to do with like sexuality, any kind of sexiness, any kind of
Fine.
lack of clothing. So that's never been a big deal to me as a fighting game expert. I can say I'm a fucking expert. I'm a fighting game expert. I've been playing fighting games for the fucking longest time, and that's never been a big deal to me. Like when I played as Cammy, or I'm talking about other games. Obviously, I know Cammy's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
in fucking Mortal Kombat before some nerds like mad at me. Look, I'll fuck you up in real life, bitch. All right, I'm talking about in other games. In other games where people have skimpy outfits, it's never a big deal to me. It's how they play to my play style.
Sure.
So whether or not they have the lack of or abundance of clothing, it doesn't matter.
Same thing with the guys in the game. I haven't seen a bare-chested dude in the game. They all have like some kind of armor.
And
Brock is not bare
and
chested.
Jax and
Jax, I don't think he's bare chested.
Jax is. I don't believe he's
I remember
bare-chested.
him being bare chested.
Not in this.
Oh, I don't know
Not
about
in
this yet. Not everything has been revealed.
Yeah, I mean they dropped Cabal, what I've seen, and Jade were the newest ones. But usually, like Cronus says, when you say Mortal Kombat, most people think blood and guts, not ass and titties. Versus Dead or Alive, most people think fucking titty physics when you mention that game.
They do
And-
think of that more. I will definitely admit that.
I feel like if they took out the girls, the sexy dressed girls, because of people fucking complain about it, I have a problem with that. Like, don't fuck up my game just because you have a problem with it. Don't fucking buy the game like we talk about on here. If you have a problem with something, that you feel like it's impacting your life or whatever, just don't fucking buy it. But if it's just, I mean, it's mainly just about the gameplay and the visual stuff. It's not too much. I'm not really too concerned about the way the women are dressed.
Yeah, I'm more.
I mean, I'm still gonna fab to it.
Yeah, I mean, and there's Pornhub for that. There's all kinds of fucking porn parodies.
This was never full frontal nudity. This was never porn. I mean, that was never part of it.
But having them clothed does not hurt the game or you either.
Feels like something's been taken from me. But on Dead or Alive,
no, I mean,
Dead or Alive 6,
honestly, like when I watched Baraka fucking dismember a guy, take his brain out, his face off, his brain out, and eat his brain. That shit was awesome.
It's still awesome.
Yeah, and then there was like whatever. Katana had some crazy ass shit too. I was just like, God damn. Like that's what I don't want to see in a Mortal Kombat. Like I could honestly give a shit, like how they're dressed.
Yeah.
I mean, if they were naked or fully clothed, I didn't give a shit. Like if they were naked, I'd expect to see like things getting fucking cut off.
Yes.
Right, but that's not the case in this game. So therefore, I don't really care about like their actual clothing.
All right.
Cabal splitting somebody from scrot to fucking throat.
What about the
It's
censorship on Dead or Alive 6 over at Evo?
I don't know about
Evo Japan.
I don't know what the fuck this is about.
So I didn't hear about that. However, I would say Dead or Alive is one of the games where I'm gonna take it like a step back because in Dead or Alive they have titty physics,
Yes, they do.
and that's actually a huge part of the game. So.
Always has been.
Yeah.
But they cut the feed at Evo Japan last week based on doing pile drivers with those female fighters, and Twitch basically got cut. Evo, I can't remember the guy who runs Evo Japan. He issued an apology. This doesn't meet our community standards, blah, 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 blah. This level of sexiness is not allowed on the Evo stream.
No, I mean, listen, unless you're showing actual nudity, you need to show shit like that. Like it's not real,
Fictional characters.
so people need to remember that shit. Yeah, that's it. That's just ridiculous. I think that people are going too far with this this virtual signaling nonsense.
Okay. All right. That was, yeah. Fighting game titties. Why don't we... What was this Marvel Hulu news? We actually talked about Hulu a little bit earlier. What was this? Animated series?
Yeah, so Marvel and Hulu announced that they're doing, four animated series?
4.
Is it 4?
Yeah.
Hold on, I don't have the list. So it's MODOK, Howard the Duck, Hitmonkey, and Tigra and Dazzler.
Boy, they're really swinging for the fences.
Howard
I'm like,
Howard the Duck will be directed by Kevin Smith.
only one I noticed is Howard the Duck.
Yeah, you don't know
You know
MODOK?
MODOK?
The floating dude with the giant head and shit?
Is that the one that's in like the X-Men games?
He
yeah.
is in
With
one
the
of
little
them.
tiny feet.
Yes,
Yeah.
he has little feet
Okay.
kicking.
Wait, he's a good guy?
No. Hold on. There's Mojo, who's usually seen for the X-Men stuff with the crazy...
That's a different guy.
Yeah.
But no, it's not
But
that guy
MODOK
with like.
is just a big head.
Hang on,
With
Yeah.
little feet.
He has little feet and little arms.
Yeah, but
I gotta look it up.
when you said
See.
X-Men, in the way you were describing it, sounded
the
like more
X-Men.
Mojo, though.
But
Yeah.
is he a villain?
Yeah,
Yes.
they're both villains.
But they're
So they're
getting
making a movie about
their
villain?
own. They're getting animated shows, and
That
then
guy, right?
Howard. Yeah, there he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, that guy. Okay.
Show
Yeah.
him Mojo, too.
And then
Mojo's
so
way different.
yeah,
He's kind of similar.
you say Mojo, I'm
Mo-
thinking Mojo.
Mojo.
Powerpuff Girls.
I mean, he's in a chair.
That's a shadow. That's a Shadow Lord, right? The Shadow.
No. That's not Farouk.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about that.
Farouk.
Yeah,
Is that the guy you were
Freddy?
talking about? Is that Mojo?
that's Mojo.
Yeah. Okay. Now
This is MODOK.
I was talking about MODOK.
Jojo.
But yeah, Howard the Duck had a movie. People
Yeah, he
forget
did
about
have
that.
a movie.
Add-ins, they're
but this-
bestiality.
So this new animated, the Howard the Duck one will be directed by Kevin Smith. Like I said, they're also going to do a team up, just like the Defenders. They're going to be called the Offenders. So they're going to have their own like little crossover
man.
thing.
That
So
sounds
Kevin, I didn't
not
know this
interesting.
until today. Maybe I didn't notice it before, but Kevin Smith at least wrote this week's Hit Girl.
Oh, really?
At least he has something to do with it, because I noticed at the top it said Kevin Smith. I was like, whoa.
Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Pretty
written
cool.
comics before.
He's written a
Yeah.
lot. In
That's
fact,
pretty cool.
he's responsible for what people say revitalizing fucking Green Arrow. With Quiver.
Quick fun fact. So the man who plays Aladdin in the Broadway stuff, James Iglehart, who I grew up here in Hayward, he's actually writing a Spider-Man.
Well, yeah.
Starting
So
now.
that guy, he should have played the genie for this movie, in my
killed
opinion.
it on
because
Broadway.
he kills it on Broadway. I saw Aladdin in Broadway, and I saw him perform, and he does an amazing job. And he's like 2 steps below Robin Williams being the Aladdin.
That's
high praise.
Yeah,
A
and he
lot
won
to
a
say.
Tony for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he won a Tony Award, and like it's a great show.
So I mean, these are going to be like, you know, tongue in cheek. These aren't going to be serious things. These are going to be like, you know, comedy type shit. So
What the fuck is Hit Monkey? Hit and Monkey? What is
Hit,
that?
it's Hit Monkey. I don't know. No idea.
Is it a porno?
No, I guess it could be.
And are we talking about the Dazzler from the X-Men?
I thought so. There's a picture of them together. I don't have the picture up, but it looks like
wow.
It looks like Dazzler from the X-Men.
So this basically looks like a monkey who should have been. If you cross the monkey with the game Hit or Hitman,
Hitman? So
yeah.
he's like an assassin monkey?
it looks like it.
That's
He-
awesome.
He wears a fucking suit.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna shit on all of this. Remember, Marvel decided to put the kibosh on our Donald Glover version of Deadpool the animated series.
Yep. But
For this, I'd much rather watch a Deadpool series
yeah, a lot
than
of
all
people-
4 of these.
Talking about Panlando? So
Yeah, well, I mean,
team
he,
now, right?
he lost some
Okay,
respect
okay.
on Panlando. There ain't no doubt about it. You know.
So I mean, it's. I mean, I don't even watch the Hoover well, I don't want. I'm afraid to admit this because we've interviewed some of the actresses on the show, but I mean, the Runaways. I think. Oh, Stitch, he watches it.
I saw a
But-
few episodes. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, there's 2 seasons now, I believe, about the Runaways, but I still haven't had a chance to catch up on that. But I mean, it's what it is. What it is. Maybe it'll be cool. Maybe it'll be work. No idea. But as far as we know, Marvel's animated stuff hasn't been on DC's level.
Nowhere close.
So, I mean, yes, they are a bit more mature, a bit more, I guess, hard hitting. But these may be like, you know, funnier, crazier, like Orville type stuff. So who knows?
I hope it fucking works, but none of these 4 groups or characters, 5 groups of characters, none of them actually give me like excitement. And I don't know a whole lot of people who get down with them.
They don't get your dick hard?
Yeah,
Sorry.
they don't have my fucking dick hard. Well, let me see what Tigra is wearing.
Damn.
She's backing that ass up,
All right.
maybe.
There's one, I guess, last major gaming thing for
yeah.
the week. Anthem drops.
Yes.
And drops on Friday, right?
Drops Friday.
So I pre-ordered it. I got some New Dawn, whatever, or got some fucking stupid edition. So
PS4?
Yeah, for the PS4. I'm not. I mean, I have it. I play mainly on consoles now. There's been some problems, right, with load times people have been talking about, but it's been people that have a game like the edition that is not for the public yet, right? So I remember when I was playing the 2 betas, the load times were in the first one, like the
private one?
the VIP beta, that like it was fucked up. The load times were ridiculous, and I couldn't get into games. The second one, they were reasonable. All right,
Okay.
they were not that bad, but they were saying that in the ones that they had, if like the final version, that they were really long, and so there's supposed to be a day 1 patch where they're addressing the load time issue. So
Okay.
we will see if that is going to be fixed. I still have decent hopes for the game. However, I'll reserve my final review until I play the game.
Yep.
Like I said, I had high hopes for the games when I first played it.
Yeah.
Even though it was fucked up. You guys have listened to me say this before. The VIP demo was fucked.
Yep.
The other one was decent. Like it worked.
Yeah, you liked it. It made
Yeah.
you pre-order.
Yeah, maybe pre-order it. But if the game sucks, I will let you know right away. So next Wednesday, if the game sucks, I will fucking let you know. So if you're on the fence while buying the game,
Wait.
just wait until Wednesday, and I'll give you my honest opinion on what I've played up until Wednesday.
Okay.
And I should know immediately whether or not it sucks or not.
I thought they did this weird thing where it was kind of tiered all this week in terms of if you got some special edition, you already have the game.
Yeah, if you ordered through EA's Origin, then you would have the game already. Because I know people that had the game for almost a week.
Damn.
And if you regularly ordered it from like GameStop or Amazon or whatever, then you won't get it until Friday.
It's a long difference.
Yeah, I'm just waiting until Friday. It's
Yeah.
fine. I'm in no big rush to play a game at this point in time in my
You're still
life.
finishing up Far Cry.
Yeah, I'm still finishing up Far Cry. I have other games I can play, so it's no big deal. I'll pick it up on Friday, and I'll play it on, probably Saturday or Sunday. It'll be probably Friday night, but yeah, it'll be It'll be fine.
Yeah,
You
I'll
getting
probably.
this one too, right?
I'll probably. Yeah, I pre-ordered. I'll probably pick it up tomorrow at 9. Still have a midnight launch, so I'll probably play it Thursday night. Probably put it up on Twitch, even though some people are probably already twitching it out. But you can see our gameplay. So yeah.
I would love. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I would love to see you guys at some point get together online and play it. You know,
I have
Yeah,
it for a different system.
And okay,
Well,
well,
then fuck that.
well, then why are you playing some bullshit ass system? And at some point, we should all get on, or 3 of us, I guess. We should get on and play Apex Legends.
Oh,
together.
man.
I tried to with this dude.
Oh yeah, but I was squatted in. You took too long. You made me wait. You can't make me
it's,
wait.
It's a decent game, especially
Yeah,
because
it's
it's free. You know.
It's
Oh,
I gotta jump on there.
great free game.
So
I
yeah,
mean-
for a free game, it should not be this good. Oh, they just dropped a new fucking weapon.
Good shit.
And
Solid.
apparently, I heard today, rumor mill is that they're gonna have Titans in the game eventually and
Yeah.
new modes
Yes, there will be.
Titan as in
and
mechs?
wall running.
See,
Yeah.
some of the best things from Titanfall that we all enjoyed. You know, I only played Titanfall 2, but the mechs and the wall running and just kind of that feel of those games. Yeah, put that shit in there. That's what you're great at, Respawn. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, dude, this game is good though, even without it.
is.
So
You're right.
it's been a lot of fun, and there's new characters coming, I guess, pretty soon. I mean, you can't beat free. So there you go.
There we go. All right. What we got populate? Oh, go ahead.
Before we wrap it up real quick, I just want to a quick review of. So I've been watching a Netflix show,
Ooh,
Umbrella
Umbrella, yes.
Academy,
Oh yeah, get in there.
and this show is basically what Titans want it to be.
Ooh.
This show is fucking dank as fuck. We have kids with superpowers who it's basically if Professor X was a fucking dick and treated his X-Men like crap, but he did it for a purpose.
So Professor X being Professor X.
I thought he
I'm
was,
just-
no, I thought okay.
We'll get into that.
But no, so the series, I just finished it today, and the series starts off weird as fuck. Like, I was lost as fuck, and I usually give shows 3 episodes before I fucking you know what, fuck it, I'm not watching this shit anymore. And I was borderline about to give up on the show, and then eventually I was like, you know what, this is actually getting good. They started answering questions. I'm like, what the fuck is going on about? But the ending was dope as fuck.
You said 10 episodes, right?
Yeah, it's 10 episodes for season 1, and I think it just came out like a week ago.
Came out Friday.
Oh, it just came out this Friday? Oh shit, man.
Last Friday, yeah.
But yeah, I would say it's definitely a watch. If you have time, definitely check it out. I hope that you guys can watch it too and get your review.
We do have some B the BTI questions really quick. But real quick, did anyone get the new Metro game?
Metro Exodus.
Metro
No.
yes.
Good
No?
reviews so far.
Okay.
I didn't get it because it's Russian. I'm American.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Damn. So, Dirty Stu asks, if you had control over the DCEU, what's the first story you would tell, and what actors would you get to play the main characters?
Give me a Flash story ASAP. And get that motherfucker Ezra Miller the fuck out of there. Give me Grant Gustin or someone better.
Great.
That's his name, right? Barry from
Flash?
CW?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get him in there. That's what I would tell. Flashpoint or something.
From DC or is it just? Did he say just DC?
DCEU, the movies.
Oh, from the movies? Well, I want to see the death of Superman. I mean, that'd be
Ooh.
great
Wow.
because
The animated one was really good,
Yeah.
especially the reign of Superman. That was good too.
You know what? I'm going to say we should, by now, I don't want to see a solo Nightwing film, but I do think we should have Under the Red Hood.
God damn.
I think that
You need a Batman first.
true, but I think the Batman should be Batman Under the Red Hood. I think
Oh.
we should have Nightwing established, just bring him in, and then do his spin-off movie later, but have them focus on the Bat family and them facing one of their own. Because we've had Batman several times where the movies have ignored the Bat family for the most
True.
part.
Yeah.
True.
And I think Under the Red Hood will be a good way to introduce us to Nightwing, show people the brutality of Red Hood, and even bring in Huntress, Batwoman even, and have them team up to try to find out who Red Hood is and whatnot. I think that's a great story they could do in the film.
So for me, I'm gonna do a Batman one, but it's not gonna be your typical Batman. I'm gonna say Batman fucking Beyond. They need to do
Nice.
a live action version of that. Who would I cast as fucking Terry McGinnis? That
Zac
one's
Efron.
hard.
Zac Efron, say it.
No,
Actually, no, I don't promote that. I just think
mean,
it's funny.
he has the fatigue because like if you watch like in Baywatch, like he was fit for that.
You mean the physique? Not
Physique,
the
sorry.
Yeah.
Fatigue.
He ain't tired.
He's all asleep on set
He's
and
on
shit.
steroids, so.
But yeah, I can't think of anybody young who I would want to play that role. Like nobody comes to maybe. I can't
Could be a
I can't
new
think of it.
face.
Yeah, it's got to be a new face, somebody up and coming, but they have to have like that physique to play that role. But the person who will play Bruce Wayne will be Michael motherfucking Keaton, because he's like his presence and his character in fucking Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Was pretty much a grumpy fucking Batman in my opinion.
Yeah.
To be honest, so
Pretty
that's what my pick would be, and it would be. They can do like the Return of the Joker storyline,
Oh, yeah.
and we can have fucking not Michael Keaton, not Mike, not Jack Nicholson being the Joker. It's got to be somebody else, like somebody a little bit with a little
Someone
more
Jason
charisma.
Todd. Someone that's Jason Todd's old enough.
Yeah, so
So,
and if they do the Batman Beyond, they can introduce like the other family because we have Barbara Gordon playing the Commissioner of Gotham.
Yep.
We have Tim Drake being in there, and it introduces a lot of the characters from the Batman family.
I know everybody wants to forget,
Except-
but we are getting a Joker movie this year.
I thought it was
No,
scrapped.
we're not. It got scrapped.
Oh,
Both
really?
Both of them did.
Yeah,
I
Batman
thought
and Joker got
I thought
scrapped.
they were teasers.
No, they were probably fan made.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the one guys. What's the other guy's name?
Joaquin Phoenix?
Joaquin. No. Who was the guy that played?
Jake
Joaquin Phoenix is
Gyllenhaal.
gonna
No,
be
J-
made.
Oh, Jared Leto?
Jared Leto.
Oh,
got
yeah,
scrapped.
his stuff.
Oh
got
yeah, yeah.
scrapped.
His, but the standalone Joker one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
supposed
okay,
to be
yeah,
with
yeah.
The other guy, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
happening.
That's happening.
Yeah, that's happening.
That's what I mean.
But the Batman got scrapped.
Which doesn't make sense, but I mean, neither did Venom, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
But then
We're
if they for Batman, I think they should cast the guy from Mad Men.
Oh, John Hamm?
Yeah,
Not bad casting. I
Yeah.
kind of like what you're doing there.
I think he would do a pretty good Batman.
I think he'd be a good Thomas Wayne.
Right? Yeah.
you could do that too.
Well, I think they should bring back what's the name from Walking Dead? The guy that plays up.
Oh, Negan?
Yeah, I think he played a
was
pretty
actually
good Tom
pretty
Wayne.
good in that.
Oh, okay.
But if you're not watching Gotham, Gotham is fucking flipping shit, and
Oh, my God.
the Joker on that show is fucking up Bruce Wayne's life.
You know, Negan is in Tekken 7, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He looks
Yeah.
badass in that actually.
One more quick breathing BTI. This from Warrior Fella. Which cyborg would you get busy with?
The Major.
Really? I feel like she'd kill me.
Jesus.
Cyborg.
That's a good way to go.
Robot. Yeah.
Isn't there one on this old school Star Trek? Wasn't she a cyborg?
Oh, 7 of 9?
Yeah,
Oh,
wasn't she a cyborg?
yeah,
I'm
she's
fucking
cyborg.
her.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
shit.
Jerry Ryan.
Yeah.
she's fine as fuck.
I'm putting my
I changed my opinion.
I forgot about 7 of 9. 7 of
Was-
sluts.
What's the red dress chick in Babylon? Oh, no, it's Babylon.
Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah,
was
she
she a
was
cyborg?
Cylon.
Oh,
She was
she's
a
a
Cylon.
Cylon.
That counts.
I'm gonna go with her.
Okay.
She's bad as fuck.
Shit.
I only seen images of her.
Damn, y'all got. Damn. No, I'm just gonna go a little vanilla. I'm gonna say Dolores from Westworld.
All right, that works too. Good
So I can
shit.
find a good picture of
She's got a
7
lot
of
of
9.
good pictures.
Jerry Ryan.
Oh, there's some good ones right there.
There's all kinds.
All right, while he's doing that, old ninja, what you got populating this week?
So, just gonna pick up my copy of Anthem probably tomorrow. Probably gonna Twitch out some more stuff. Probably gonna try to finish some of these Resident Evil 2 like fucking
I
DLC
gotta buy
shit.
that game.
It's free, right?
Yeah, it's free. It should be loaded up.
I'll let you borrow it, man.
I kind of want to start this Umbrella Academy like Blue's already seen. And
Dude, it's
then,
fucking good.
I'm going to like a career fair in a couple days, so I gotta prep for that. But other than that, chilling.
Good shit. Blue, what you got?
So, the company I work for, we're having a holiday party tomorrow.
It's kind of fucking late.
Yeah, it's kind of very, very fucking late. But then again, it's a holiday party, so
Which holiday?
yeah, which fucking guess motherfucker. It might be St. Patrick's Day, but it's kind of cool because this will be the third time I'm going to a 1920s fucking party. But at least this
You got
time,
the outfit for it.
yeah. But this time I'm not dressed up as a girl. I'm actually gonna be a dude this time because it's work related. I don't know these people that well.
Not gonna be a Fuda?
No, I'm gonna be a dude. But yeah, it's gonna be open bar and fucking this and that. I'm like, I'm gonna be there. So yeah, the Sweetness and I are gonna do that. This weekend, Saturdays. Shout out to my friend Mega. Today is her birthday. She's turning something age, but yeah, she's doing a thing this weekend for her birthday. And
It's nothing but a number. If
yeah,
you're R.
age.
Kelly. It's disgusting.
How old are you? 15. But no, other than that, I gotta jump back into playing Ace Combat, and hopefully, I don't know. I got a photo shoot I'm doing this weekend too, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, just keep busy.
When you say teenage, how old are you talking?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, this motherfucker. Kronos, what you got?
So I ordered the first test batch of insulation for the Infinity base. So I'm making it a priority to like hurry up and finish it because there's like a lot of shit that the Infinity base is kind of holding up, like that I want to do with the podcast, and I'm making it a priority now to finish it up. So last weekend I sealed the windows, and now I bought some test insulation. So it's a lot of insulation, but hopefully if it works, I'll buy the rest. Then I'll buy the drywall, and we already have the floor. So hopefully in March it'll be done. All right, I'm trying to finish it in fucking March. Like for real. I already put money down. I need to finish it in March because it's been way too fucking long. Like we started in like what?
October?
Yeah, it's been way too fucking long. But it's been raining a lot also. So
We had fucking river rain weather or some shit like that.
And
yeah, it's
snow.
crazy.
And snow.
Yeah, I bought stepping stones to get out there.
Oh,
for
right
now,
on.
but I'm gonna for right now it's fine. But I need to put lights up there and shit like that for us, because late at night we have critters out here. So, yeah, it's definitely a priority to get that shit done. Other than that, I'm losing weight. I guess that's it. Yeah.
Dude, I gained 4 pounds when I was in Vegas.
You really?
Yeah.
I just lost 6 pounds. So,
Damn.
yeah,
That buffet.
in a week.
I wasn't fucking around, like getting my goddamn money worth. $6.
A few quick shout outs. I am reading the first issue. My boy Tass from Super Suit Show sent me his comic that he wrote.
Oh, shit.
Leaders
Oh,
of the
nice.
Free World. I'll, share it with you guys. You can review it too.
Right on.
Is there titties in it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. But so far it seems pretty good. I'm loving on Verve / Crunchyroll, Made in the Abyss, a great, excellent anime all about cave diving and bullshit. It seems fucking...
It's about sex?
No, not that. Cave diving, you nasty motherfucker. And I'm going to try to catch up on the DLC for Resident Evil 2 and finish my Claire run, goddammit.
Oh, yeah. You still haven't done that?
Nah, I'm halfway through.
Oh, you know what? I gotta make a correction. So last week I talked about how like there's this character named Tofu Man. That's from Resident Evil 1.
Oh, yeah, because
So,
I
yeah.
hadn't seen it in...
Yeah, so it's
both
Resident
my
Evil 1.
playthroughs.
So once you pass Resident Evil 1, then you can unlock like the Umbrella Agent, and then after that you can unlock Tofu Man.
Oh, and I'm pre-ordering Devil May Cry 5. That's getting all my hype.
Because they basically have stands in it.
They have basically stands and the co-op. I didn't realize there was going to be 3-player co-op on that bad boy.
All right. You just experienced the Dankest podcast on the multiverse. We are Be Than BTI on Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud. That's BTHAMBTI. Check out our official website, binheadproductions.com/Be Than BTI. SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts. Go on there, rate us, give us 5 stars. And on Amazon, we have an app on there as well. Check us out. Hit us up.
Fuck them bug-eyed girls.
Fuck your biased opinion. You're wrong opinion. Bitch!
My tentacle charger.